decided to come on and try to say, oh, that wasn't the full video, honey. And yes, it was. You can lie all day long, but nobody's going to believe you because you have an attitude. It's not everybody else, it's just you, babe. And I would definitely consider some anger management, seriously. And I say that in all respect. Because she never talked to me. She's so worried about how everybody's talking to her. But look, she's trying to say she never talked to me before. So she's yelling at me because somebody else talked to her bad. But she wouldn't have appreciated that if it was her. So you even know.
What other live streamer do you know in the world that has a 1080p Karen choker projector built into their stream? What other live streamer has one of these? What other live streamer has the Karen choker herself plastered on his wall? Like, look at this. Look at this. It's her. It's her. She's plastered on the wall, y'all. And another thing, you know how I've been throwing my headphones a lot lately? You know how these guys have been pissing me off and it causes me to throw my headphones? Yeah, hide your necks. The Karen Strangler's approaching. You guys know how I've been throwing my headphones, and I always talk about how I'm going to break my headphones, right? Well, my headphones finally died. They didn't make it past the last stream, so I'm using these new headphones. They're called Open Runs by Shocks, and they're going to look different because they're actually a different kind of headphones. They use they're called bone conducting headphones, and they vibrate the sound into your ear canal through the bones in your head. It's crazy. It's weird. It's a lot different for me because I've always worn gaming headphones, but we're gonna try it. We're definitely gonna try it. Pizza, tell me you're gonna address LB and that bumbling idiot beside her. Well, what happened, Kathy? I didn't even know. I don't even know what they said now. Did they say anything new? Yeah, kind of like these cool implants, right? I'm like a robot now, but no, they just sit. They just sit in front of your ear. And they vibrate, and you can hear everything that you need to hear. Like, oh yeah, I can hear it perfect. Yeah, what? I can't even. Good to see you guys too. Oh, okay. So she hasn't said anything new, right? Because yesterday I did address what she said. You know, I could actually completely drop a nuke on her. You know, I could drop a nuke on LB. Because I was brought the ultimate LB Destructo nuclear information bomb on LB and her, since it offends them and hurts their feelings so bad when I make fun of her husband, I'll just say her husband. Why am I being nice? You know, this dude can vet bash me and I can't joke about him without him crying in the bathroom every morning and night and in the middle of the night. I tell a couple jokes and he starts crying. Come on. Come on. Well, look, everybody knows why we're here today. I think you all know why we're here today. We're here today to address the... Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I had a long day, guys. You know, regardless of the haters telling you that I live underground in a bunker and that my kids are on the planet Zeptoid or something. I do have kids that I do raise those kids. They live with me and I'm responsible for them and we're a family and I have family things that I have to do. And today was an especially busy day and I wasn't planning on it being a busy day. And it's you know, it's okay. I'm glad to come in and do a later stream with you guys. But the problem is I wanted to go live at like 5 p.m. and if I would have, I could have jumped over into Queen Bee's stream with Navy and been there to ask the fired, or wait, no, let me say it correctly. Suspended employee. The questions that I wanted to ask, but I think that Boston, Nick, and I think that Queen Bee and everybody else in Navy did a great job. I think that the suspended employee did a great job. I'm going to say her name wrong if I say it. Will you guys type her name in the chat? I know that her name's already out there. In fact, I have where Betty doxes the employee, and because she got doxed, everyone started to use her name, so we're allowed to use her name. Her viewers are off their rockers. How are they so all trusting and supportive of her? Says in your face, you know. We're going to take a look at it. There's a lot of reasons why, and I do think that by you all... Oh, Tap Tap says, we all are emailing the company, making them aware of BHB and Molly's antics. You know, I will not warn against that. I will just say to you, be very professional. Do not give them a single excuse at all. Because if you give them an opening, if you be rude or anything, and I don't think you will at all, not even slightly. I'm just saying, in case other people do, right? Do not, you know, make it the most professional thing ever. And when you do that, they won't have a single leg to stand on. Now they will have a lot of necks, because what we have, what we've got to bring you tonight is Betty and Molly. If you didn't follow the stream, the last stream I did, now this just happened since the last stream that I did, man. This is so nutso. So if you haven't followed it, yesterday we were talking about how Betty and Molly had gotten kicked out of the community that the Dobb family, the family that was the, unfortunately, the victims and of a mental health crisis that ended up involving all three of them coming up in a decision to end their lives together. I'm not going to explain that too much. If you want to see me fully explain that, it's in yesterday's stream, okay? Or you can watch any of the news broadcasts. We played a couple of them. You can just search Dobb, D-A-U-B family, and you can find them. You know what I'm saying? But the Dobb family lived near Molly Golightly, and of course, her and Bullhorn Betty decided, I need a good song for this. They decided that they were going to drive up and trespass on the property, and Molly just went stomping all over the place. And since Molly did that, the family obviously, the neighbors obviously reached out to other members of the family, because they immediately put a do not trespass sign in the yard exactly where Molly walked into the yard at, so that there's no question, no one's allowed here. And I showed you how Betty and Molly basically just were rude and attacked this older gentleman because he was extremely politely telling them there's no trespassing, and they couldn't understand. Now, here's what I don't get, right? They don't understand why this man seems annoyed, in the very least. That's all I can say, because he wasn't rude or anything else. They don't understand why he seems annoyed at them trespassing. But trespassing is an offense. Trespassing is disrespectful and it's rude. And I'm not saying you can't trespass. You're an adult, right? If you decide to trespass, that's on you. You have to make those judgments on how you do things. I don't think you should, but if you do, I'm not going to hate you. But if you're trespassing so that you can harass people, yeah, I might not like you, right? You get me? Because people think I'm just a stickler and I expect you all just to obey every law all the time. I'm realistic, man. I know how it is, okay? I know how it is. Don't even come at me with that bullshit. That bull-ish. I'm just saying. All I'm trying to say before we get going in is these people are doing this to make their content because they got banned out of that community. They were given the no trespassing warning, the no trespassing sign. They said to themselves that they were going to go, and they found early in the morning the perfect opportunity to get some content that they knew would feed their audience exactly what their audience wants to see. And they gave it to them. And because of what they did, a working woman lost her job, or at least was suspended. But the way she talks seems as if she lost it. We've heard she's suspended. We've got the interview. And this is what's crazy. Oh my God, I got to catch you guys up. Just for those of you that may not know what's going on, or just to lay the foundation. So Molly gets a phone call or I'm sorry, no, Walter got a phone call, and it was people bringing Molly's new furniture that she's been blabbing about for days. And remember how Walter was in China? Complete and utter lie. Complete and utter lie. Well, gee willikers, Batman, why would she lie about Walter being in China? Probably because he's 40 minutes away. He's 40 minutes away and he's chilling without her. And she's alone. But anyway, so Walter gets a phone call. The movers are at his house and they're going to leave because nobody's answering the door and they aren't going to wait around. So he rushes there and it takes him 40 minutes to get there. He rushes to the house. He goes there and something ended up happening basically to where he didn't get the furniture. But Molly didn't get her new furniture. Now, I've asked people, and I want to know what you think. You know, I try to ask you guys things. I know, right? China. Yeah, right. You guys tell me in the chat, where was Molly and Betty? Why wasn't Molly and Betty there to get the furniture? Tell me in the chat. I really want to know. Yes, he moved out. Yes. Everybody is saying Walter moved out and he's living in the other house. Everybody. People that are in the know are saying that that's what happened. And that's why Molly lost the furniture she lost, and now she or he, one of the two, is buying her replacement furniture because he wants to keep his nice furniture. And that would tell me that they're probably breaking up, but who knows? Doctor appointment, Molly and Betty overslept. Yeah, that's what I think they're saying. I don't believe she was at a doctor appointment at 7 a.m. or whatever. I think they were just zoinked out of their minds. I think that Walter tried to call Betty's phone 50,000 times, Molly's phone 50,000 times, and I think they both were drooling with a hangover so bad they couldn't even hear that phone rang, but that's my opinion. But anyway, too hungover to get out of bed. Thank you, I Hate Peas. That's my opinion. I think they were too jacked up to get out of bed the night before and whatever. So anyway, everything shit. Hey, you know what's nice? I'm not connected. I don't have a wire hanging off my head, but I do miss my headphones, damn it. God, I hate when I break my headphones. They don't break right when I throw them. I throw them and I throw them and I throw them when I see crazy shit, when we get into a crazy moment on stream and I throw them off my head and I go stomp off, right? And it takes like a week before they break. Then my headphones are toasted. I don't have no gaming headphones, bro. What am I supposed to do? How am I going to game? How am I going to tark? How am I going to freaking... Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'm about to go buy some. Anyway, I'll get some on the 21st. I'll use these until the 21st when YouTube pays me, and I'll get some because I think YouTube's... I got a little bit of extra money on my YouTube check, so I'm probably going to get new headphones. Okay, anyway. I got to shut up. I got to get back to it. Basically, the furniture didn't get delivered or whatever. Now, because Molly didn't get her furniture, Walter got on the phone and started to call the furniture store. And the person that he got a hold of course, told him, the delivery service is completely separate from us. You're going to have to get a hold of the delivery service. You're going to have to call corporate. We have no way of getting a hold of them. We have no way of helping you with it. If you weren't there for the delivery, if something happened, then, we'll let you know when they bring your stuff back here or whatever. We'll schedule a new delivery or whatever. But of course, Walter was not having anything of it. And he called and fought with this person. And Molly and Betty were, as I think we're about to hear now. Remember, you're going to hear we're going to go over all of this, but essentially they decided that they were going to get on the phone and scream and yell like crazy people. And when the person hung up on them, they knew it's time for us to Karen us a YouTube video. We're going to get us some grade A bully horn Betty, Ray bully horn Betty, and Molly content. And we're going to go down with our phones recording and we're going to walk in to the furniture store and throw a fit. And they did. And the woman behind the counter almost whooped their asses. And it's crazy because you know how Betty's all talk and big mouth and everything, and she's always trying to choke something. It's like, there's a squirrel right there. Betty, let go of the squirrel. There's a little dog hopping by. Betty, that's a puppy. There's a small child that's playing soccer and he gets too close to their side of the... Hey, get out of the field, Betty. Stop choking that kid. And they're always holding that book, How to Let Go, right in front of Betty. And she's like, oh, that's that's how you let go. And then she lets go of their necks, you remember? What was I saying? I get so overwhelmed by Betty's choking there. Look at that TV screen. I got a TV screen built into my wall, bro. We're moving up places in this live stream. When's the last time you saw a live streamer with a freaking movie theater behind him for you? This is for you. You know what? I'll put the damn videos on it. You guys want to watch a video? Okay, let's watch a video. Here it is. Wham, bam. Thank you, Sam. Now you got your video right here. Much better. This is how we're going to watch our videos. What other live streamer does this for you? This is how much I love you guys. I do this for you. That picture's too good. I'm leaving it right there. So anyway, she said she didn't hang up on Walter. She said, I've explained everything, gave the needed information, and have a good day, and hung up. Okay, gotcha, Cherie, gotcha. But I mean, she still hung up the phone, and they decided to go there, and of course, the chaos ensued. Now, what we have, to sum up everything, they go in, and they start being very rude to this woman, and then they upload a video of what happened, okay? Now, Molly edited the damn video and took out the beginning of what happened to make her look better and to make the woman look worse. And that woman asked her to leave politely many times. I couldn't even count how many she politely said, please leave. Other customers that were behind Molly waiting got in front of her because they told her to leave and said, I can't help you anymore, leave. And so they started trying to help the customers. And of course, Molly illegally records the customers and the, because she's been told to leave. She's been told not to record on this property, and she does it anyway, of course. And so she's sitting there just illegally recording them. She doesn't even care about it being a two-party state, permission, nothing like that. And of course, after she won't stop antagonizing this woman, the woman stands up and starts to come at her. Now, I don't think she was going to try to beat up Molly or Betty. We wouldn't know if she was going to beat up Betty, because when the woman started to walk towards them, Betty pissed her pants and ran out the door crying. I know, right? Betty acts all tough on the internet, but the minute that they get in real life and get confronted by somebody who they're harassing, and that person, you know, isn't going to take it, Betty runs away with pee dripping off her socks. Well, that was a shocking development. So anyway, I don't think she was going to try to fight Molly, but Molly finally starts to walk out after the woman approaches at her. Most likely she was approaching at her to tell her to go, or to tell her to leave, or to say, no, ma'am, let's go, ma'am, let's go. But anyway, she was going to escort them out. But the thing that matters is, after this happened, Molly uploaded a deceptive video trying to make her look bad. Molly and Betty filed complaints against this woman and got her suspended. After they were the antagonizers, they were the ones that were in the wrong. Who acts like this? Who thinks that just because somebody's sitting there working, that you get to go in and treat somebody like this? It's some of the most disgusting behavior you've ever seen. And the crazy part is, Molly uploaded it by her own free will. Molly doesn't think it's disgusting behavior. It's a good thing everybody else on the internet does. Now, I have heard, a little birdie told me, a little piece of bread told me, that there is on Reddit, on the Reddit subreddit, it's called Karens. So it's r/Karens. If you search r/Karens, this has been shared there. So if you want to go upvote that would be awesome, because we need more people to see this. We need this to go viral. They have given us the ultimate Karening, but something, I was going to say surprising, but it's actually not surprising. It all happened. And you know what that was? Betty started spitting some racist shit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, Betty just started spitting some RAYRAY stuff. Got me? So, you know, Molly has uploaded a couple videos. Here, let me show you. Let's see here. Oh, let me get my music going. See, it's hard. I got these new headphones, y'all. You got to give me a second. My music game's going to be off. So Molly's uploaded a couple videos. We've got an interview with the suspended employee. Before Ashley Furniture, we've got Ashley lawsuit. She's suing me now. Ashley employee threatens me inside the store, calls me Karen. How do you even admit, like, why did you put this in your title? Calls you Karen. Well, she called you a Karen. She didn't say that your name was Karen. She wasn't using Karen as a way to name you. She was saying that you wanted to speak to the manager in an inappropriate, entitled way. That's the definition of a flippin' Karen. Inappropriate and entitled. We got to start there, but of course Molly came back with really? And of course we've got Dear Ashley Furniture. I can't wait to hear some of this Dear Ashley Furniture. Now, the Betty videos that we have, hey y'all, up early. Molly Golightly is off and so is Bullhorn Betty. And she's just, you know, going off and just saying a lot of really, really messed up stuff. Oh, hold on. So there is a very interesting video given to me that once Betty started to say some pretty racist stuff, there was another video that came out, Bullhorn Betty's hand gestures, what do they mean? And I'm going to explain what the hand gestures mean when we get to this video. But, you know, I don't want to go into it right now. I'll wait till we get there. But at the end of this video, the people that Betty are with scream white power. Like, I'm not even kidding. And then we got Betty spewing crap again. This is, I guess, going to be her saying a lot of, like, really messed up stuff. Wait. I already have this one. Yes. Oh, did I do it again, man? I did it again. My headphones just got me completely messed up here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started so that we can get through this. This is the video we need to start with. Things are going to be a little out of order, but I want to go with the video that I saw first, which was this one, and then she uploads the before, I think, after this. And of course, the before is what happened before this. I don't believe her. I think there's a lot more that happened that she's not showing us. Either way, let's get going. And I don't know if Navy's out there, but Navy, if you want to jump in, jump on in.
Of how they were treated by the delivery people,
Yeah,
and
but
instead
you
of
guys
listening,
can't take that out.
but you're a professional. You're here.
Tap says, no worker should be verbally abused. Never. Oh, I completely agree. This is so inappropriate. I'm going to go through this and I'm going to explain where they've acted just disgusting and inappropriate, okay? But I'm dead serial, y'all. If you go upvote r/Karens for them, that'd be awesome.
But you can't talk to somebody.
And you can't talk to me any type of way either.
I'm not.
Human just like you.
So why is Betty doing this? Betty is just antagonizing. Betty is not being professional. She's not being nice. Right?
Fascia, we paid for the furniture. They need to come back and not have it on my lawn. Just, they could have brought it. They left their tools there.
So I don't know what's going on. I was told that they left furniture on the lawn, but I was also told that she didn't get her furniture. And then I was told that she left her tools there, or they left their tools there, which you just heard Molly say. So it's crazy hard to kind of figure out what's happening. Is it possible that they left furniture on the lawn? So Molly and Betty grabbed the furniture off the lawn and then ran off with it. So they got some free furniture and now they're here trying to get double furniture. Is it possible that the movers took the furniture with them? Is it possible? What happened? I'd love to know. Kathy says they had called the store and carried on before going in. Plus, no reason to go there since it was being handled via phone with Ass Walter. You're right. Walter was already told that Walter, Betty, and Molly were all told before any of this, before they went there, that Ashley had nothing to do with the delivery, right? So what I think any normal person would say is, well, I don't have my furniture. The drivers must have brought it back. Maybe they're not there yet. Maybe like it'll be there soon. Soon as you find it, give me a call. If you don't call me soon, I'll call back. You know, why not just be nice? Mylanta says, I think the movers just staged on the lawn while unpacking a truck. It's possible. But see, the thing is, later on, Molly makes the statement. I think it's in a different video. It might be in this one. We'll see. She makes a statement that she didn't get her furniture. She says to them that they left the furniture on the lawn. Now she's saying that she didn't get her furniture. So who knows? We'll figure it out as we watch this. We're going to get it all. Because, of course, I've been busy all day. So I've been watching what I can, you know, jumping in and out when I can and watching things unfold through the day. Also, I've been jumping into Discord and getting little pieces from everybody. So I'm learning as I go with you guys on this. Obviously, if I would have been home and if I would have been able to stream, this stream would have come out at 5 p.m. So, you know, we'll learn more as we go here, but let's see it.
Their tools are in my house. And my furniture was on the lawn.
Okay, their tools are in my house. And the furniture is on the lawn. So, what? Like, where did the damn movers go? Why aren't the movers there? Why did they leave their tools on the lawn? Obviously, they plan on coming back. Is it possible that they said they would come back?
Okay. But when you're calling.
Now, already this is inappropriate. Betty shouldn't be in there. Betty could be out doing something else. This is how desperate and crazy Betty is. Molly bought this furniture. Molly needed to go in here. Betty could have went out and called someone on the phone, watched a YouTube video. She could have went around and looked at furniture she'd never buy, could never afford, or something. But here's the thing. If I was with Molly, I probably wouldn't be hanging up there getting involved. Now, listen, I'm not saying it's inappropriate to hang out next to Molly. If you're with Molly, maybe you'll stand next to her, right? You're not going to start running your mouth like some entitled Karen, though. Now, I want you to watch it how often they Karen out, because it gets crazy.
A place, you can't just think that you're going to talk any type of way and expect me to help.
Gotcha.
Now, she says, you're not going to talk disrespectful to me with me still helping you. If you're going to talk disrespectful to me, I'm not going to help you. So at this moment, you got two choices. You can either apologize and say, listen, can you just help me and I'll leave? Or you can just leave. If you stay there and act a fool after that, that's your fault. That's on you. You can call corporate. You could file a complaint. You don't have to sit there and act like you're some kind of like pseudo-celebrity, pseudo-rich person, because you're not rich or you wouldn't e-beg and you wouldn't exploit these kind of situations constantly for clicks and views and money. If you had money, you wouldn't need to do this shit and upload it. You could have experienced this and did a story time and you would have lied your ass off, but you could have. Or you could have just went there without recording and you know what do they even know that they're being recorded here? Because look at what she's doing. She's like just recording a customer who's waiting to be helped. And we know what happened yesterday. Molly sat with her phone, holding her phone in a way that people didn't think she was recording. Remember, she does this all the time. She'll hold her phone, she'll be recording and she'll be holding her phone, but it'll be pointed at her boob or it'll be pointed at the sky or some shit. It'll be pointed up her nose, but it's never like it's done that way so that they don't know they're being recorded, obviously.
But in all fairness, I've been respectful to you and you've already started correcting me when I've been nothing but nice.
I was trying to explain to you.
Listen to Betty. Listen to how much of just a baby Betty is. In all fairness, you've been disrespectful to me. You said that to the man that told you were trespassing yesterday or the day before, and when he had said it to you very politely and calmly. Okay? So you lied. I don't believe that this woman has been disrespectful to you because I haven't seen her be disrespectful to you. And we know that Molly recorded from the moment she walked into this store until the moment she left, and she edited the recording or she manipulated the recording in some way to cut out the beginning and start right here where it started. So we already know that there's some, crazy behavior of some kind that she left out.
Earlier on the phone that
Oh, she's trying to sound smart, out of course. She's trying to sound smart. She's always saying that dumb garbage, right? Well, with all due respect, you were rude to me. So? I thought you were Mrs. Tough Girl. You can't handle a person talking rude to you and just respond politely? You don't have thick enough skin to just handle it? What, you know, you got to be all vindictive. You got to be all jealous. No, you're going to whine. You're talking down to me. She wasn't even talking down to you. She wasn't.
I don't have no communication with the delivery team, and whoever was on the phone kept yelling over me. I'm not.
So here we go. There we go, right there. Backfired on Molly. Whoever was on the phone with me kept yelling over me, right? Right there. You've already been rude. You've already been disgustingly rude, but now you're going to show up acting all super polite while your camera's on. We know the truth. You should have edited this part out.
I don't deal with that. I don't care.
So this is very calm and polite. It's very direct. It's very respectful, I think. Someone is telling another two people, listen, you guys are really rude to me on the phone. So don't come in here and think I'm just going to help you after talking to me like that. Great, draw boundaries. You have to draw boundaries in life. You have to put up a wall or a line, and you have to say, if you're going to lie to me, if you're going to treat me like garbage, I'm just going to ignore you. You can fuck off, right? Because you don't deserve that. If you don't deserve it, you have to act like it, right? Betty's sitting here like, oh, but you were rude to me.
That's great.
But you're not going to call and you're going to talk to me any type of way.
Okay. So you don't care about this job. Is this a corporate store or is this a franchise?
So listen to Betty now. Is this a corporate store or is this a franchise? Why don't you go do some damn research? Are you that entitled of a Karen that you have to literally get your information from the person you've been rude to all morning that you've made sure to leave out of the video that you uploaded? Like, why don't you just go look for yourself? Why do you expect her to tell you?
No, you can call and find out if you want.
Oh, listen to this. You can call and find out. Exactly. How about you find out what you want to find out? How about you stop acting like I'm going to tell you?
Okay, I'll be happy to.
All right. Would you like the phone number?
Yes, I would.
Would you like the phone number? There you
As a
go.
matter of fact.
This is super polite. There is nothing rude about what this woman's doing. I cannot believe, the reason, of course, I'm dragging this out, I can't believe she was able to stay this calm for as long as she did. I can't believe that she didn't go off and just start chucking monitors at people. You know, anyone else would have just started chucking monitors.
301-782-3802. And thank you for telling me that I was being recorded.
Well, I'm recorded every time I walk in here, so.
All right. Well, talk to you later. Anyway.
I'd cancel your order.
Listen, look at how mad she is. Oh my God, look at how mad she is. She can't take it. The salt. Oh, the salt is overflowing. I would be so mad at Molly for uploading this video. If I was Betty, you just got owned. You just got put in your place. You just got completely owned and put in your place and told to shoo like the little squirrel that you are. Get out of my yard, squirrel. Come on, shoo. Shoo, squirrel, shoo. Get out of the yard. She just got owned, y'all. Like, this is my favorite person right now. Like, I don't know her name. I'm not going to say her name right. But whoever this woman is, she won the internet today. She won, the internet. Betty always talks about we're going to win and everybody else is going to lose. You lost. You just got owned.
Order.
And then she walks up to Molly and smiling and giggling because she's like, I'm not going to choke anyone. I'm not going to choke anyone. I'm not going to choke anyone. And she says, if I were you, I would, this really creepy ass smile. Like, if I were you, I would cancel your order. And then she's like stepping out there. She's trying to put her strangle hands away, right? She's trying to keep her strangle hands busy. She can't even control them. These hands are already trying to reach for necks. She's like, oh shit. No, stop going for Marissa's neck. No, not that one. All the other necks are fine. That neck is not okay. Now, of course, Molly gets triggered. But do we see the same Molly? Do we see the same? We just know, tell me right now that wasn't just Bullhorn Betty as triggered as she's ever been in her entire life. That was her more triggered than any time she's been just going crazy on her channel. Molly is so mad, but we finally see the real Betty and the real Molly, don't we? So Betty walks away completely defeated and owned with her choke hands going crazy, right? And Molly walks away recording her, right? She's just, you know that face Molly's got. You know, I should have taken a screenshot of Molly when she's really mad in another stream so that I could have put it right here for you to see, because you know what face it is. Molly is so mad behind that camera and she's holding it right at her. You know, she's wishing that laser beams would shoot out of this damn thing. She's like, laser beam activate, laser beam activate. And instead they walk away like the babies they are. But then Molly got super triggered. And I don't remember if she walks away a little bit more or if she goes back. But watch what happens. Oh, she got so mad she zoomed in. So she's filming her, and because the woman went, now Molly zooms in. I want to see that zoom in again because that was an angry zoom in. So now Molly and Betty are walking away. You know Molly's making the nastiest face that she's ever made, right? You do know that. So she's recording. She's like, okay, here's the name tag. You want to call corporate? I was really polite and nice to you. Go ahead and call corporate.
Stacia hates working.
You can tag me if you want.
Oh my God, she just doesn't stop owning them. So while Molly's recording, she says, you can tag me if you want. Go ahead and upload it. You can tag me. Here's my @ for Instagram. You want my Twitter handle, or do you just need my name tag? Would you like my YouTube name? What would you like? You can have it. You can tag me when you upload the video. Just completely owned them.
I got stuff I gotta take care of. Excuse me. I don't really.
New customer comes up. Hey, I've got to take care of something and go. I got stuff to do today. I'm a working man. Thank you. What does Molly do? What does Molly do? Because she's not allowed to videotape them, customer service, interacting with this customer because he's going to give phone numbers. He's going to give most likely payment information, most likely address information, right? So she can't be recording while this man is doing his customer service work, you know? But let's see what happens.
We're not being rude.
Customer service. You're trying to do customer service, and you expect somebody to help you, and you're being rude. So
again, she explains the situation in the most easy to understand way. Why? Normal person would say, I wonder why she's explaining it again. Because Molly isn't getting it. You come up to customer service acting rude. We told you we're not going to serve you and you're not leaving. And instead, you're going to just stand there and record us. Right? This is harassment. Nothing. If you ask yourself why Molly is engaging in this behavior, why? What is she doing it for? She can't upload this woman gaining all the personal information from this man. She shouldn't want to. She shouldn't be, like, it should be illegal. It probably is illegal for her to even record this. It'd be like me walking into a call center, walking straight into where everybody's taking phone calls of people's credit card information and addresses, and I'm just sitting there with a video camera taping everybody. What are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm going to be stealing a bunch of identities, obviously. There's only one reason you record somebody's customer service interaction.
Call customer service or corporate or whoever you want, and you can deal with that yourself, because that's what I will be doing. I will be... Anyone would be doing that, except for two people that need content for their YouTube channels. Now, I say this all the time, but of course I got to say it again. And it's a little boring repeating these criticisms, but not really. If they could actually do content for their YouTube channels and get views, they wouldn't have to do this. It's just obvious. Because they can't do content, because they've been tragedy pimping so long, it's all they can do. And because they got kicked out of the neighborhood that they tragedy pimped in and the police got called the last time they were there, now they're doing this for YouTube content. Emailing corporate customer service for you, but you can do it yourself. Thank you. Have a good day.
She's not even a good customer.
She ain't.
Yeah, Betty is not even a customer. She is weird. This is really weird behavior. Betty needs head checked.
She needs to have it scanned. Why, Betty, are you pretending like you're a customer at a store and pretending to do customer service? Why don't you go buy your own furniture and do your own customer service? Why? How stuck up Molly's bum are you? For God's sake. I don't know anyone. I swear this is a first. Is it a first in the history of mankind? Probably. When in any other situation does somebody go into a furniture store and just start acting like they're a customer when they're not? Everybody else in the world, this bit is working, okay? It's working. This bit is working. Every other human being in the world has something better to do.
That's the homeowner.
Betty don't have nothing better to do. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked if a bunch of videos come out in a few days and it's Betty just walking into a bunch of different hardware stores, furniture stores, carpet stores, and pretending to be customers there.
Hi.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Hi.
Talk to people like that. Wow.
Yeah, and look how you talk to people.
Now again, did you hear Betty? She's lying because we have the video. And remember, they called and yelled and screamed at this woman. We know that. So she is making up. She's inventing the lie. And she keeps saying over and over, like she's trying to make it true. How dare you talk to people like that? She talked to you very politely. Like she's more polite than any other person could have possibly been. Like what? Why do you keep saying that she's not being polite? We watched her be polite.
I've been very respectful to you, man. No, you haven't.
Yeah, now.
Do you know why Betty did this? Because she's racist. And I don't care to say that because Betty made racist remarks in a video after this. And I'm going to play them for you. She was presenting herself as a witness to Molly's situation. Why does she need a witness at a customer service call at a store? You know, they don't want to admit that they messed up. You know why this all happened. Molly and Betty were too drunk and they were passed out and didn't hear anyone knocking. And Walter was too far away. He wasn't in China. He was 40 minutes away and didn't get there in time to have the furniture delivered. So because they messed up, now of course afterwards Betty said she overslept according to my chat. And Molly said she was at a doctor appointment. Bullshit. Nobody goes to a doctor appointment at 7 a.m. Bullshit. Either way, though, it's their own fault.
I was on the phone.
Girls, bye. Okay, can you leave?
Yes, kick her out. She's not a customer. She's not there to buy anything. She is weird. She is an inappropriate, strange, weird RAYRAY woman. Get her out of there.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Now, can we focus on Molly for a moment? What does this say about Molly? Molly's always judging everyone else. Always. They'll judge people with bullhorns. They'll judge people, on their streams. They judge Dre. Remember when she was watching Dre? And Dre would be eating with their kids and Molly would be finding any reason to insult Dre. Remember when she would watch I could go over a million things she said about Dre. I'm not going to bore you, but you get what I'm saying. Like I could remember hours upon hours of streams where she pulled Dre videos. Dre would be living a normal life and she would be making fun of her and bullying her and putting her down. But Molly does this. This is normal, everyday customer service relation Molly here. Like, she has been kicked out of a store due to her horrible behavior by customer service, by a manager. She is a manager. And instead of leaving, she just stands there. Like, I almost am ready for Molly to do. Remember when Molly got arrested for stealing a bunch of money from a stripper? Remember that shit? I know. I can't believe I get to say that out loud while talking about these people, but I do. It's factual. And she got arrested, and while she was inside of the jail, she laid down on the floor and kicked her feet and threw her hands back and forth like this and screamed while crying at the top of her lungs, "I want my husband! I want..." Like some kind of broken, weird, strange ambulance siren, right? "I want husband. And her feet are kicking like crazy. It's like she broke or something. I think she was about to go there. You know, it's like she's starting to break. She's starting to start to shake, and she's starting to get angry. And what's the next thing that happens? She's going to fall on the ground and yell for Walter.
God damn. Go forward.
Whoa.
Betty just said, listen to this. Betty just said out loud, I'm going to go file a police report. So when they're actually confronted with a person managing somehow to stay polite, right, throughout this insane fucking thing happening, this person manages to stay polite. Who's tagging me? Oh, Rachel or somebody? Oh, Discord? Okay. I'm forgetting what I'm saying now. Oh, Betty is going to file a police report. And the police report is going to say, we went into a store. The customer service rep was very nice to us, asked us politely to leave. And instead of leaving, I screamed, I'm going to file a police report. Because that's what the police report would say. And there would be a video to back it up. Nothing inappropriate happened. So why do Betty and Molly keep pretending something inappropriate happened? Well, the only thing inappropriate is that they didn't leave when they were asked because they're too entitled and they're too caring to do it. But you get where I'm going with this? That police report would be the most mundane police report ever written. And I just can't believe that Betty, someone who has had the police called on her and has a 42 stacked high arrest record, right? And has had the police called in real situations, wants to call and waste the police time on something like this. It's just incredible.
I can call the cops on you for harassing me. You're sitting here recording.
Yes, Molly shouldn't be. I hope she not only does anything she can civilly to Molly and Betty for this, but I hope she manages to file some kind of criminal charges, because it's not even just recording her at her job, at her desk, while she's engaging in business with other customers. She recorded the other customer. You know, there should be some protection that people have, because these two are not brave enough. They don't have the balls, and that's Betty's, you know, she says that all the time. Or, you know, they don't have the courage to actually do something like fight someone, scream at some. Where's the bullhorn? Why doesn't the bullhorn come out? I thought you were all tough and big and bad. I think we're finding out how bad these two really are when they are stuck in a situation and they get mad. They get angry.
About some goddamn.
I'm being recorded.
No, those cameras don't work.
Oh, that.
No, they.
Shut her up. Do you realize? I mean, I could pause this every time she talks and just talk about how much she owns Molly and Betty. Molly, she shut Molly right up. She has a talent. This is a talent. No other human on the planet is able to shut up Molly and Betty as fast as this person. We have found a Leonardo da Vinci. We have found a Michelangelo. All right, this is a talented person.
They don't.
I was just waiting so I could ask a question, but he cut in front of me.
You're lying. You were kicked out. We heard it. We watched it. You started to walk away. She waved at you like this. It triggered the living shit out of you. And so you pulled up your phone and started recording. It's like you think your phone is some kind of harassment device, because it is. It really is. I don't know how you are legally allowed to go around recording people like you do. There should be some kind of privacy. There should be some kind of deterrent against people like you.
Because you're done. Goodbye.
No,
Thank you.
I had another question.
Now, do you hear Molly? She's trying to keep herself as calm as she can. I'm not done. I had another question, please. You don't have another question. You're making shit up. You're still trying to stir shit up. You're just trying to push this person as far as you can. And you know that if you get loud or if you do anything, you're going to jail. The minute you get out of bounds, you're going straight to jail. Do not pass go, right?
Well, I'm not going to answer.
You're not going to answer?
No, she doesn't have to serve your rude recording ass. Why? What are you entitled? Why are you special? If you don't treat other people, not with a modicum of respect, but just normally, why do they have to engage with you? Why?
You can call corporate customer service.
This is what, the 9th time? 8th time at least? Did I count too high? Is it the 7th time? I know it's at least the 7th time that they've been told this, right? They have a hearing problem? No, they think they're special.
Okay.
So fucking rude. I can't stand when y'all come
They
in
are
here and
rude.
act like-
They are rude. And you watch, Betty and Molly are going to pretend like they're not rude. Oh, and you know Betty is just hiding behind something right now. You know how in furniture stores, they've got these little things set up everywhere, these displays, where it'll be like a living room right here and a fake wall and a fake wall. Living room, right? It's like a new living room every 3 feet. Betty is on the other side of one of those walls, just kneeled up against it, just listening, just hoping she can jump out at any time.
like y'all can talk to anybody.
I've
She's going to jump out wearing like a Klan robe, saying all this racist crap she
said
says.
very little.
Just wait till you hear it. Just wait till you hear it. It's so disgusting.
I've said very little.
Okay, so I don't know how many times, like 9 times they've been told that they cannot be helped. They are a third party. The delivery people are a third party. They've given them the phone number. Here's a phone number. Here's who you call. She's admitted she knows who to call. And here's the moment where she has to yell. She finally yells. Now, I'm sorry, but if I were her boss and I had made it through the phone call, I'd made it through the unrecorded beginning, and I'd made it through this recording, I would give this person an award. I wouldn't suspend them, okay? But of course, because most likely Molly and Betty have called in lying or had their audience members calling in lying or something, they got suspended. It's disgusting. They are destructive. They are bad people. Like, they want this person to not be able to pay their bills. They want this person to lose their home, lose their car, not be able to go to work, not be able to. This would ruin a life. Being suspended from a job ruins people's lives, especially a manager. A manager makes more money than everybody else because they've been doing it longer, or they're educated or whatever. The police should have been called after being asked to leave. And that's the lesson here. What you do is immediately ask people like this to leave. And if they don't right away, you call the police. Because there's a reason they're not leaving. The minute that they exhibit that kind of abnormal behavior, you need to get the cops involved. Because now I'm going to tell you, don't say that I'm overreacting. Because if she would have, she wouldn't have been suspended from her job. Now, the only thing that saves this situation is that she went on Queen Bee's channel tonight, just before, all of you, I don't want all of you getting mad and everything yet. She went on Queen Bee's channel and she shared her Cash App. So she did get some money, and there was like 900 people watching. There was a lot of people watching, for those of you that didn't know. So on Queen Bee's channel, we're going to take a look at the interview. She went on, she talked about what happened. She gives the full story. We're going to watch it next, but let's get through this.
I've said very little. I've said very little.
Can you leave?
She's asking you nice.
I've been
She
nice.
asked her nice 9 times. The 10th time she yelled a little bit, but I would have yelled the 4th time.
To y'all all day.
I'd have quit my job. I would have already quit my job and left. Okay, if people in the world have gotten to this point, I'm out. Right? I don't care. I'll go live under a bridge. If people are like this, I'm out. I got to figure out something I can do where I don't have to work around people if this is how society is.
On the phone. Can you leave?
You've never talked to me on the phone.
Are you the homeowner?
Do you hear this deceptive bullshit from Molly? She did talk to you on the phone, because if you weren't Walter, you were the one yelling over Walter, screaming at her. So it qualifies as you talking on the phone with her. You're lying, and you know you're lying. You're always lying. I'm tired of you lying.
I'm one of the homeowners.
Can you leave?
I can in a second.
Thank you.
In a second. Because she's special, because she's a Karen. She needs to speak to the manager. That is the definition of what's happening here, people. A Karen wants to speak to the manager for inappropriate reasons. This is the ultimate Karening.
Goodbye.
This should go viral, man. This video should go viral.
Damn.
The only thing is it's on Molly's channel and Molly would make money off of it if it did. So that's why it's probably not going viral. She got offered job interviews on Queen Bee's channel. Yeah, she got money. She got offered work. She got a bunch of people wanting to help her. I mean, a bunch, y'all. Like a lot of people. So hopefully she got enough money. I'm pretty sure she would have. To keep, like, you know, how many paychecks do you think she got tonight? I would say at least a couple. And that will keep her good while she finds another job or whatever she wants to do, right?
Oh, so you know each other?
No, I don't.
She's trying to cover her ass so she can say she didn't do anything. She was calm, blah, blah. It's crazy. Narcissists do it. No, this is absolute narcissism. Absolute narcissism. I mean, there's no way. There's no other way to describe it. Like, I'm sorry. There's just no other way.
But I'm a respectful customer.
Good customer here.
And I got my information.
Yeah. Do you really, Molly, want to hold up everybody else? You know you're not going to get anywhere, so you do want to hold everyone up. This dude's got money and he's trying to buy something and you're stopping him. He's innocent. He doesn't have anything to do with this. Well, this woman was mean to me, so I want to. Yeah, but you're hurting other people. You're stopping him from getting on with his day.
Information, I don't want it all on your line.
I'm a paying customer as well.
Okay.
Did you hear him? He doesn't want to be recorded. And he doesn't want his information to be recorded by you. But you're still recording. You're disgusting.
And you're rude also.
No, I'm not rude.
You're very rude. Holding the camera is rude. It's rude. You know it's rude.
Not at all.
You know, what is she doing?
If you want.
Not at all.
Can you leave?
I can leave when I'm ready to go.
Goodbye
I just have.
before I called the cops on you.
I wish she would have just, the only mistake she made was not calling the cops. And I think she didn't call the cops because she was literally not wanting to deal with it, you know? Man, what do you do, man? What do you do when people are like this?
Goodbye.
Just call the cops. Like, fuck the bullshit.
There it is. The other customer had to say, call the cops, and he said, fuck a bitch. Yeah, fuck her. Call the cops. They were trying to give them a courtesy by not calling the cops. And that's after all this garbage. Hey, Miss Clover, thank you. Look, I've had a long day or I'd be a lot more giggly and a lot more, funny with this one. So I'm sorry, but I'm barely able to get this stream out. But let's keep moving.
God, Lee sitting here recording all up in my face. I can really.
Yeah, why? Why are you recording this woman still? You want to say you're not rude. If somebody doesn't want to be recorded and they're a stranger and you don't know them, wouldn't you not do it, for God's sake?
Really say something. You're not supposed to be recording me. Now, can you leave?
You're asking me to leave?
Please.
Oh my God, Molly. There's something wrong with your head. There is something wrong with you. You really? Beyond. I hope she walks around that damn, oh my goodness. Wouldn't it have been crazy? Let's just say like this person snapped and just grabbed whatever the hell that is right there on that desk and turned around and flung it as hard as she could, right? Molly would be the ultimate victim, and all of a sudden, everything Molly did would disappear. This person should have never thrown that at me. What do you expect people to do when you are antagonizing them beyond the breaking point on purpose? Do you expect them not to do something? And he's like, okay, look, I don't want her going to jail over this crazy woman. I'm good. I don't even know her. But I'm not going to let her go to jail.
I wanted to know.
And he's blocking her. He's like, come on now. Come on now. Oh my God. We were this close, guys. We were this close This is what we've all been waiting for. One of the tragedy pimps to get what they deserve, right? Where I'm from, maybe not in internet land. You know, here on the internet, everybody has to pretend like the world's a damn utopia and that people don't act like this every single day. But there's 10, I don't know. There's a bunch of people that are just vile, disrespectful, disgusting, entitled people. And they think that because they're on the internet all the time and they got a freaking monitor or a little phone screen in front of them, they can act as disrespectful. You know why people didn't used to act disrespectful when I was younger? And I'm going to age myself, but I don't care. Because you get your ass whooped. If anyone else would have had their ass whooped, if this was the 90s, if this was the 80s, if this was, I was very, very, very young in the 80s, but if this was the 2000s even, before the smartphone, before the internet was in our pocket, I'm not lying to you, the world was like this. You would have had your ass kicked like 5 minutes ago. You would have. Like, no way around it. Like, dead serious. You actually had to get a little bit nervous when you went to the bar. You know, when I was younger, when I was like 19, you know, I'm a little scrappy dude. I wasn't in the army yet. You have to be a little bit nervous sometimes. You know, you could get your ass whooped if you didn't do anything wrong. You could get in a fight, right? These are people, Betty and Molly are people that have never been in a fight. Betty has choked people and attacked people, but they were people that, according to the police record, didn't fight back. So she probably chose her targets very carefully. These are people that have never been in a fight, never had consequences, have always been spoiled, have had people waiting on them hand and foot their whole lives, and they are just twisted in the brain. I hate to say it, y'all, but getting your ass kicked sometimes kind of makes you realize, like, hey, being respectful to other people is something that, you know, you just being disrespectful. Let me just say being disrespectful to other people is something that if you're going to do, you better be ready. Right? But the world, all of a sudden, you get a smartphone in your pocket and the entire world wants to pretend that it's not like this. It's still like this out there. It still is. Right? I'm just saying. That's how it was. That's the history of the world.
No.
I don't have to answer your questions. Can you leave?
I know how she is.
What do you mean you know how I am?
Can you leave?
She just looked you up on the internet. She knows how you are. You have a horrible reputation amongst everybody. The way that we react to you is the way that everyone in the world reacts to you. Your audience is a very small, either uneducated to who you are and what you are, or a very twisted bunch. You only have a very small core of people that watch you. Everybody else just doesn't know how you are yet. Because I have an audience, I got 80,000 subs. I'm normal.
I don't
Stop yelling. Come on.
She's still not leaving. She's still not. She wants to bet. You know, Molly wants to be beat up. She has a victim complex that is so massively big. She's so bored. She has no story right now, and she's so desperate for content and the attention that the content brings that she would take an ass whooping if it meant that she could sit on a live stream for the next month and pretend like, I don't know, that, you know how when people get in a car wreck, you'll barely hit someone's bumper and a dude will stand up and go, oh, my neck, oh my God, my neck. That's what would have happened. She would have clocked Molly once. And she would have barely connected. Molly would have like thrown her body backwards, backflipped over 4 couches and laid there and said, "Oh my God, I'm paralyzed from the neck down." And she would have been every stream for the next 6 months. She would have been in a wheelchair or had crutches.
God damn, I hate Karens. Get the fuck
Karen.
There you are. I need your help tonight, bro. I'm freaking tired, man. I had a long day, man. What are you thinking about this, bro? What are you thinking about this video clip? Because we're about to move up to the next one, man. What are you thinking?
Man, I tell you what, you know, like I've seen this before in other communities where they intentionally do things to antagonize folk, and then they start recording them.
Yep.
after they've already been antagonizing for a little bit, and they do this thing, and like I said, Molly, the only hood Molly's ever been to is victimhood, and
Yep.
so she's going to put herself in a way where bullshit troll bridge is there with her, and she is going to try to act as if she's like big, bad, and tough, and then Molly's going to be the victim, and all this kind of stuff, and it's just the problem is they targeted an innocent woman who is doing
work.
nothing more than her job.
Yep.
And she was trying to be real nice to them. And I got a chance to talk to this woman earlier on tonight, and she is a sweetheart.
Oh
right?
yeah,
She's a
she
sweetheart.
really is.
And they really just antagonized her to no extent. And,
Yeah.
and the thing was, it wasn't because they actually were angry about something. They were doing this for content, and that's what's sick.
Straight up, because they haven't had hardly any content lately. They needed content, and they you know what it was? It was that phone call, bro. The minute that they had that phone call, and Molly and Betty were screaming over Walter and shit at these people, they knew they were going to whip their phones out, run in there, and I really do think that Molly was trying to get in a fight. Molly wanted to get hit so she could just play it out like she's in a wheelchair for the next 6 months.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Do you hear her? Another woman. Well, another woman goes up to Molly to try to talk sense to her, and the first thing Molly does is look at her and just lie. What's going on? You are purposely antagonizing and picking on this person in a very disturbing way. I'm really asking myself if you're not racist as hell, like Betty. But you've seen the other clips. I haven't seen them yet, but you guys have told me extensively about these clips. Like, so how racist after seeing those clips do you think Betty is? Just be honest with me, because I've heard some really messed up stuff.
I mean, I can tell you some things that she said, but she's 100% racist.
Go ahead and give it to me. What before we get to it? Go ahead. What did Betty say that was racist?
One of the things that she said was she's going to take this video clip and take it to every one of this woman's employers in the future and show them the reason why she shouldn't be allowed to work with white people.
So she said she's going to take this video clip that exposes Molly and Betty as the Karens and the disrespectful people. Show it to her. So she admitted she's going to cyber stalk this victim of theirs in the future for the rest of their life and show them a video clip and say, this woman should not be allowed to work with white people. Is that what you just said?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Oh my God. What else did she say that was racist? Because I know there was some other stuff.
Oh, she was just claiming that they obviously were high and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's just horrible.
Obviously, they're on drugs and they're high and all this garbage. And let's just jump over to this other clip because I just need to get this out of my head for a minute so that I can start reacting better and maybe giggling a little bit. But I got a video, if I can find it here, because I got so many. Here it is. Bullhorn Betty's hand gestures. What do they mean? So supposedly at the end of this clip, there's a dude that screams, one of the people with Betty screams white power. Is that what happens?
I think it was white supremacy.
White supremacy. Well, let's just watch it. Oh, let me make it so that you can see it here.
Drinking a glass
Very
of wine,
short.
strolling through the internet. I saw you guys on here, and I said, hey, you know what? Bullhorn Betty needs to be there too.
So this is the guy that Betty doxed. Him and his wife were doxed by Betty.
No problem. I mean, we can all have a rational adult conversation.
Absolutely.
You can't have a rational adult conversation with Betty. So there's the first little hand sign. Now listen, guys. This hand sign, there's a backstory to this okay hand sign. And what it is that it wasn't used by white supremacists at first. But 4chan decided, and this is all documented, to pull a prank on the news media and start pretending as if the okay, which that hand signal is used amongst many different cultures, so that if you didn't know the language of someone you were talking to, you can do certain gestures and they'll know what you're saying, right? And one of them is okay.
Well, and not only that, but
yeah,
I just want to throw this out there right fast. That's one of I'm a scuba diver, and that's one of the symbols you have to use when you're good with oxygen. And
Yes.
for them to take it and use it this way is horrible because I have to use that when I'm diving.
Exactly. Though, after 4chan did this, it is documented. If you want to go look it up, I actually did a video on this way back in 2017 on my main channel, but because I used to cover things that happened on message boards like Reddit and 4chan and stuff. But anyway, the OK symbol started to actually be used by some white supremacist groups after this spread because they actually thought that the entire joke, so the joke played a joke on the media and it ended up fooling some groups, and then because these groups were using it, it ended up being put on the hate watch list. I don't know if it still is, because I think that after it was documented that it wasn't originally a symbol, they might have taken it off, but it could still be there, okay? But that's what Betty did. She just held up this symbol for some reason. Now watch.
No problem. I mean, we can all have a rational adult conversation.
Absolutely.
There it is. There it is. For no reason. For no reason.
I would like to know, though, why you believe that the way to go about all of this stuff.
Well, I just explained what the gesture meant, but yeah.
Trump wants promo code MyPillow. He's going to get 20% of this.
Yeah, this is really weird. You don't hold that symbol up for no reason. You hold it up to say, okay. Betty's not holding it up to say, you know why they made it the okay symbol, right, Navy? You know why they actually did it? If you hold it up,
I don't remember offhand, yeah.
It looks like a K and it's 3. So they say it's 3 Ks. Gotcha. They say that it means KKK. That was what 4chan said. That wasn't really what it meant. But like, again, it ended up being used by some groups afterwards.
Not the children to poor families.
Yeah, this is so weird that she's holding it up this long. What is she doing? Like, what?
Of dire young ladies. Adam's gonna get 20% of the money.
Do it.
Okay?
MyPillow.
MyPillow promo.
Okay, she's doing that on purpose, y'all.
You need to remember, we do this in the military all the time, like make you look. We used to hold that against our leg all the time. It was a joke.
Yeah, and PewDiePie and everybody used to do it. You'd hold that up, and if someone looked at it, you'd get to punch them was the whole thing. Like, hey, and then when you'd be like, oh, dude, look, and they'd look down and you'd hold that out and they'd look at it and then you get to punch them on the arm for looking at it. Yeah.
At Trump 2024 swag.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh. I figured it was someone that wasn't with Betty that yelled it out. Like, I thought it was someone out in the side that did. What? This is from Burnt Toast, y'all, okay?
At Trump 2020.
You can find it on Cheesy Wheezy, and then Burnt Toast's links in the description. Oh, I'm gonna play it. Villanova.
Swag.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Trump.
Okay, so then of course, Cheesy puts it up from the SPLC. The SPLC describes what I could describe to you pretty much. I don't know if they go into the 4chan thing or not, but anyway. So, of course, now the OK symbol, even though you still have to use it when you're scuba diving or when you're communicating to somebody, maybe, whatever, in other situations, now we've got people doing this. What is Betty doing, Navy? Why is Betty with people that say that? This is an obvious racist group. She didn't stand up. She didn't. Look, if I'm with someone that says this, I'm going to promise you right now, I'm going to stand up and say, okay, what now? I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. And I'm going to walk out. Or I'm going to say, okay, I'm not down with that shit, bro. That racist shit. I'm out of here. Anyone would do that. You have to do that. Especially if you're going to try to pretend like Betty and Molly to be content creators. Yeah, maybe you'll be out walking around somewhere at like some public thing, or like if you go to cover something, like cover a parade or something and someone says it, you have to be able to criticize. That's what criticism is, for God's sake. Betty didn't criticize it. Betty was just Betty was okay with it.
Betty's sitting there like, yup.
2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Did you see Betty's hand? Hold up. I got to zoom in. I got to zoom in for the peeps. Watch Betty's hand right after dude says it.
2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
She says it. I just heard her voice. I just heard her voice.
Power.
Yes.
I swear to God, Navy, I just heard her fucking voice.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
There it is, white. I didn't hear her say power, but I heard her say white. And then it cuts off or something. Yeah, it cuts off.
I think she said right. Like
she might have said right. She might have said all right. Yeah, it's right. We're all human regardless of skin color. We're all equal, yes. We're all born equal. We're all human. We do not stand for that on this channel in any way, shape, or form.
No, God, no.
We don't entertain it. Somebody ends up coming up here thinking that way, we're going to kick them out. I'm going to kick them out, and then I'm going to disavow them. And we just don't play these games. There's too many people out there that are trying to cause division and cause people to be against each other. And it's just ridiculous. It's just, there's no place for it. So this is a great video from Cheesy Weezy 2 weeks ago, and I didn't even know it was uploaded, but it means a lot now, guys. It means a lot. Because I'm telling you, Betty is treating this person differently in this situation because of her skin color, and it's obvious. Now, like Navy said, some of this stuff happens later. We've got the clips all pulled up for you, but we're going to actually listen to the interview first. So let's finish this, listen to clips from the interview, and then we'll get to those other clips.
And they just keep standing here.
I was waiting. He went in front of me.
Because you're done.
No, I'm not.
She got the customer service.
She walked away.
Can you leave?
No, I wanted the number.
Betty has the number. You're not fooling anyone. You're harassing this person. This is why they dox people. This is why they dox people. This is why they harass people. This is why they lie on people. They do it on purpose. It is a choice they make. The same reason why they're going around. If somebody does something they don't like, right? They have the nerve to disrespect them. And because they won't tolerate it, instead of having balls, like Betty always says, or being courage or whatever the hell they say, or honor, like Betty always says, that having honor or balls, you would say what it is you're thinking. You wouldn't disguise it by pretending to still be nice. You wouldn't sit here and bullshit and say, I'm doing this to you right now because I want the number. You would, because that's a lie. Betty has the number. You can walk out, and besides you, the Google is on your phone, Molly. You can get the number without doing this in a heartbeat, for God's sakes. You're not fooling anybody. You did this to harass this woman for the same reason that you do it to other people.
I asked.
You dox because you're too much of a, baby. You're too much of a pussy to actually, do anything yourself. You have your little Weasley friends go around and do it and play games.
I didn't be telling you the number. Now
No, I want the number to the delivery service.
The delivery service, you can't have that number. It is a third-party service. You can't have it. You've got to call the corporate office. I know this, and I wasn't there. I know this because I listened to this woman. Her customer service was so good that every witness knows that we can call and get a hold of customer service up there to talk to the third-party delivery service.
That's all I asked. You said that you can't help.
Jesus Christ, do I need to play any more of this?
We talked about this, right? So the thing is, it's a franchise, right?
Yes, it's a franchise.
It's something that is individually owned of a corporation. Which means that when you come to the actual delivery, they don't control.
She can't help her. She's not affiliated with this third party. Exactly. There's nothing, literally nothing, that the customer service can do for Molly. And it's been explained to her on the phone before she came, because she went there, not to get the number. She went there because she got mad that this person hung up on them. And again, she didn't just hang the phone up. She said, She said all the information and politely said goodbye and then hung up the phone. But still, they were still yelling and talking when she hung up the phone. Nobody does that to Molly.
Well, on top of that, nobody in customer service or anything deserves to be harassed by some customer that thinks that they're entitled.
No.
Ever.
No. Like Molly has all these fools convinced to give her money. And I'm only saying that about him now because there is too much proof out there right now everywhere. When you go out and search these people, you can find all of the information easily now. A few months ago during the Letitia thing and all that, Molly was really small and there wasn't a bunch of people calling her out like there is now. And I'm not just saying me, many other people. So these people that are still sending Molly money are either trying to fund this. They think this is funny. They think it's, they agree with what Molly's doing. They support what Molly's doing, or they just are not doing their research and they barely use YouTube. So these fools keep giving her money and she should be canceled. She should be done. I've seen so many YouTubers get canceled. I've seen so many of them lose their channels. By the way, this is also a terms of service violation. I don't even know why I need to say this. Absolute 100% terms of service violation. She is recording somebody who has been asking her not to record. And the reason she uploaded it to YouTube was to continue the harassment that she was doing in person with the phone. And there's no argument. You can't say it's not harassment. You can't say that it's not a continuation of the harassment. It is against terms of service, and I don't know how it hasn't got enough reports to YouTube yet. Thank you, Charlene, thank you. I don't know how this video has not gotten enough reports that YouTube has seen it and taken down Molly and Betty's channel by now. I just can't fathom it. It just blows my mind every day.
All right, I'll take care of that. Okay. Thank you for your help. You were very kind.
Notice how Molly's still antagonizing this woman. She is such a nasty, bad person. These YouTubers that watch her do this and support her ass, they're just nasty, bad people. Now, one of the main things that I'm showing you Betty being uber racist for, and I'm going to continue showing that to you tonight, is because Molly knows that Betty does this and still supports her. And I'm sorry, but you're not going to hand me any of that, oh, you're just blaming Betty stuff on Molly garbage. No, Molly knows. She factually knows that Betty said these things about this woman, that Betty helped her target this woman. I don't think Betty and Molly are any different. I think Molly does support the stuff that comes out of Betty's mouth. Because Molly would get up on this screen if it meant Molly will do anything for $1. And she knows that supporting Betty's racism is going to be bad for her pocketbook. But yet, it's like the one thing she won't call somebody out for. Right? So what does that about? Thank you, Keebler woman. If you do subscribe over here, my main channel is UNIRock too. I got news, Navy. I got big news. You know what happened? I haven't told you yet.
No, what happened?
Betty, I saw this on Burnt Toast this morning at noon. Betty was complaining about a YouTuber who had a bigger channel but chose to talk about her live on another smaller channel. And she made up all this garbage about how I was doing it to, I don't know, like dodge or something or whatever she's saying. So I've decided that we are going to be taking some Betty streams and Molly streams over to UNIRock 2. So if you're not subscribed to my main channel, UNIRock 2, it's really easy to find. You search it, it comes right up. Make sure you're subbed there. I'm going to share, when I do schedule the stream that we're going to do over there, I'm going to share it on the community tab here. Now, the only thing is, you know how a couple days ago we did like a really prepared stream. I had everything together and all that, and had gotten it all like, shorter reaction, shorter stuff. It was a stream that everybody was watching and laughing at. That, if I don't have a stream prepared, I won't do it on UNIRock 2. So we're going to take a prepared stream over there. And then when we start to wind it down is when we'll come over here and we'll start the after show over here on RockAlot, okay?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Wow. She said she hates her job?
She didn't say she hated her job. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, you were on the phone before you came and you were yelling and screaming and getting smart. She said it earlier and you didn't even object. You know you did it.
They recorded. No one was smart.
Who's they? Who is they that's recording, Navy? You notice she always does that? She's always like, no, you're lying. No one was smart. You're lying on me, and there is some proof that says you're lying on me. She does this. It's like an instant tick in her head. Country Girl says Molly asked her subs for a DNA test. Thank you, Witchy. Thank you. She hopes that it comes back with 2% black as Mallory. No way.
Come on.
Come on.
Are you serious?
I won't change the name. They're not trying to anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're racist
did you
pimps.
just? They are racist pimps. Did you just threaten me? She says. Did you just threaten me? And she goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. You can't believe you haven't had you haven't been someone whoop your ass yet when you treat people like this all the time. Come on now, seriously." I think everybody in the world is like, you're lucky you don't live where I live. You're lucky you're not in this town.
Yes.
You're lucky you're not in this place. Like everyone out there is saying this. You might have a few people, I don't even know. I was going to say in the city, meaning like New York or LA, but no, it would probably be more likely for that to happen in the city. But I know that in the country, I don't care if you're in, I'm in Ohio, okay? I'm near Columbus and Cincinnati and Dayton and that other place up north to the right. I forget the name of the city because I never go there. Akron and all them, right? Yeah, you don't act like this because you'll get thrown out. They would have been thrown out immediately. They would have been told to leave. And you got about 10 seconds to start walking to the door when you're told to leave. Or they're going to call the cops or they're going to throw you out themselves. And if you go to try to resist, they're going to grab your ass and they're going to make sure you don't resist. It's not even a joke. Like, I don't want this to happen to them. I've been saying this the whole time. Like, something bad is going to happen because of their doxing and harassment campaigns and because of how they act in public.
Let's go.
I just want the furniture I paid for.
Oh, now you want something different than what you said a little bit ago. Now you want the furniture you paid for.
No.
But you told her it was on your lawn. Like, I just played it. She said that the furniture is on the lawn. So this is what confused people. This is why I think some people were like, wait, Molly didn't get the furniture because she says in the beginning of the thing, they left the furniture on the lawn. They left the tools in the house, or maybe it was vice versa. Thanks, guys. Please subscribe over there. We're going to be going live there to give Betty a middle finger, and we're going to be doing a better, more put together stream than we do over here. It's going to be prepared is what I'm saying. But, at the end, now she wants the furniture she paid for. So is she lying? Thank you, adorable.
No,
oh my gosh. I've never seen that one. Is that new? It's awesome.
I wanted to ask you if I could have the...
Nada says she don't want to come to the country. No, she doesn't. No. Because I'm going to tell you, there's some country boys.
No, there's some country women ain't going to put up with her shit.
Oh yeah, boys are women, but they would have already just jumped straight over that thing and broke that phone. They might not have attacked her, but they would have grabbed that phone and smashed it into a million pieces as soon as they realized they were being recorded inappropriately. They would have just been like,
nope. I tell you what, you come down to where I'm from, and we're going the guys are going to stand back, like the ladies take care of it. I'm saying.
Yep. Oh yeah.
The number to the delivery service.
Now you're getting tough, aren't you? Now you're getting mouthy. Right? Thank you, Mimi. Now you're going to get mouthy, Molly. Why are you getting mouthy now? You're by the door. Betty already ran away with pee running down her leg.
Take care of it. It's okay.
Betty's sitting there kicking her leg every 3 steps like, damn it. We haven't. Okay, how many of you have heard Molly's mouth? Because Molly just gasped because someone dropped an F-bomb. Are you kidding me? You drop F-bombs with your mouth full of chicken.
Ma'am.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm shocked that someone used the F word around me. All of my years, I've only heard it 3 times ever, and that was when my mother was very angry at someone that wouldn't leave the store.
Wow.
You can see the pee streak on Betty's jeans if you look close.
And I get called a Karen?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mylanta. Oh, did it let it go through? Mylanta, it says it went through on my side. I hit show, but it looked like it deleted it. I'm so sorry. See, I have to do this sometimes, and I accidentally hit the wrong button on yours. I hope it didn't hide it. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It was an accident.
Oh.
I was too caught up in making the pee joke about Betty.
Oh. All right. So, all
Where
right.
you going?
You want to know something?
Where are you going?
Cancel your start. You need to cancel everything.
You need to cancel everything. You need to cancel the money that you've already given them for the furniture that you said was on the lawn. It's like Betty. Oh my God.
Cancel it all.
Don't ever.
And you know, Burnt Toast made a good point. Betty wears the same outfit every day. Have you ever noticed that? Like, Burnt Toast opened my eyes to some things today. I started to think about it, and every time I pulled a memory from my brain, I noticed that it all was the same outfit.
Be blasted.
And she washed her hair. Remember when she threatened nonsense? No, do you know what I'm saying? Because when she threatened nonsense, I got pissed off. Yeah, I got pissed off, and I did an emergency live stream on my phone when she left nonsense the voicemail. And I got so mad, and I usually don't insult anybody. I make jokes, but I don't insult anybody. And I got so mad, I said, come on, Betty, why don't you wash your hair instead of leaving voicemails? We all know that you don't wash your hair. Every time you go live, we're all thinking you didn't wash your hair. And I was pretty mean, but she did threaten nonsense, so I don't care. But the funniest thing happened. She showed up at Molly's house and finally washed her hair. You could tell.
YouTube.
Well, and I don't know if y'all heard me earlier, but I want to say is like, you don't mess with them Texas girls. They'll set you correct.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so something gets said about YouTube right here.
Cancel everything.
Cancel it all.
Don't ever. This will be.
Like, I'm walking away and we're canceling everything. Sure, Jan.
Blasted on YouTube.
YouTube.
So, okay, Betty says this will be blasted on YouTube. And Molly says, YouTube? I'm shocked. I do not use that platform. She just did it. She's such a... How does her subscribers watch her act like this and then hear her lie so much through the whole thing and not care? They're like, oh, here, take more. Oh, did she lie? How many times did she lie? Okay, here's a 20 for that lie. Here's a 20 for that lie.
Oh, all right. So, all right, you want to know something?
You need to cancel your start. You need to cancel everything.
Cancel it all.
Don't ever. This will be blasted.
Blasted on YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh,
yeah. YouTube.
Walter's my husband.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
Just get out of the store.
I get called a Karen?
She hit somebody.
You are a Karen. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. You wanted the number to the manager because you were mad. It was inappropriate. I don't even need to break this down. This is such an obvious Karening. It's not even, this is going to make it into Karen compilations. It will.
Yeah, it's going to get blasted on YouTube and y'all get like blasted for being Karens.
Yeah. Back before Karens were a popular thing, I used to upload Karen breakdown videos and Karen compilations and react to them. And there's a lot of channels out there that document the Karen stuff, and they do pretty good. And I'm telling you, this is going to make it.
Buddy, you guys have a lawsuit out your ass.
Oh, yeah, well, you're going to sue them. You're going to sue them. You can sue them for what just happened, huh, Betty? See, this is why nobody fears you when you threaten lawsuits on YouTube to everybody that gets mad. You get angry and just start talking. Like, this just comes out of your mouth. Lawsuit time. Yeah, you are just saying. You're just talking. You're just making stuff up. What are you going to sue them for? Because you two are assholes? What?
Well, she had nothing to do with this. It wasn't her furniture. It wasn't her house.
She's not a customer.
They had cute stuff.
No, she had nothing to do with this.
It's funny because as Molly's walking out, she goes, well, they have cute stuff. So Molly is planning on buying more. Betty's like, I have, you know, the last time I bought some furniture, it was 1986.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Well, Betty, it's not our fault. You can only afford stuff in Walmart. It's not our fault.
Hey, Walmart's got some good stuff sometimes. Okay, now we need to find the next video we're watching, which is the interview. Now, I'm only going to skip through this, and I'm not going to play a lot, but I will ask you to go to Queen Bee's channel, please. And Queen Bee has the entire video, and it's pretty long. Navy's in this. Navy jumped in. I would have been there, but I was really busy today. I got so mad that I couldn't show up. But well, I don't know. Do you know when the lady from the store comes in, Navy? Do you know, like, is she from the beginning in there, or do you know?
Yeah, I think she's from the beginning because it was they reached out to her and asked her to come on.
Let's just skip through and we'll go pretty fast. It's a really good watch. There now I'm gonna try to clip this down. Like I said, all this happened tonight. This stream just ended a little bit ago. And I'm gonna try to clip this down, and then we'll maybe have a little bit for you in the next live or in an upload. We'll see, but
report those videos as well and long form them if she can, you know.
Well, those are definitely on someone who
my language. I'm sorry about that.
I think Nick's in there. Are you in there, Nick, the whole time?
Not the whole time. He jumps in a little bit later.
Okay, because voice is Tim, and it's Fascia. Okay, Fascia. How do I say it so I can pronounce it properly? Fascia?
Fascia?
Fascia. Okay.
It says
so she's actually half Italian as well.
Okay.
They didn't open up the door, so okay, their time frame was from 7 to 11 a.m. Yes.
Okay, so the furniture delivery was from 7 to 11 a.m.
Yesterday.
So
oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I forgot we switched screens there. I should try to use the projector for some of this. I don't know how hard that would be, but let's try it, y'all. We haven't done this yet. This is our first time using this, so.
Yeah, I just want to say, like you know, talking to her on stream, she's one of the she's one of the sweetest people I've ever met.
Oh, she
and so
seemed like,
you know, one thing I know is that it took a lot to get her riled up, right?
Well spoken, you know, polite, nice.
Sorry, and so when you set up a time frame, I just want to make sure this is clear. When you set up a time frame, you are setting that up because you obviously have other people behind them, and they have a certain amount of time to get in, get stuff done.
Yep.
Get it moved or whatever, to move on to the next house.
Put everything together for you. They'll come in, deliver the furniture in wherever room you need it, and they'll put it together for you.
Right.
So when the delivery team got to their house, no one answered the door. I don't know how big this house is. I don't know. But anyway, so when I talked to the other manager, she said that
I want to say something real fast.
Said,
like,
his wife wasn't.
Fascia knows exactly what she's talking about. Like this is someone who has been in this business for a minute as customer service. Like she knows how to respond to everything. And she knows, it's not like you caught somebody who was like, you know, someone who hadn't done this before, right? And that's one of the things that irritates me is because it took that much to get someone who is used to this type of, you know, having to deal with customers every day to get this like riled up, and it irritates me because they targeted an innocent person.
And also, she, you know, was suspended from her job, which is so disgusting. And Molly. Disgusting. And they should be ashamed of themselves, Molly and Betty. They're not. They're proud of themselves. They are happy she got suspended from her job, which is it's levels of grossness that I can't describe on stream. So I would just, you know,
that she couldn't answer the door, and someone else that was in their house wasn't able to come answer the door. So
listen. Molly tried to say she was at the doctor, and Betty tried to say that she overslept, but we just got told the truth, guys. Listen real quick.
Couldn't answer the door. His wife, she said that the guy said his wife wasn't home.
Oh, wife wasn't home. I don't believe that.
That she couldn't answer the door.
Okay, how do you say that she can't answer the door, but she wasn't home? I mean, that doesn't make sense. She was obviously home, and she was just too whatever to get up and get the door.
And someone else that was in their house wasn't able to come answer the door. So
both of them hadn't rolled out of and regained consciousness from the night before yet, is basically.
He tried to call the delivery team back where.
Molly wants to continue and have this girl hit her on the airport video, says Jen. On the airport video.
Whatever number they called him from to let him know they were outside. Wherever he was, he ended up coming to the house 40 minutes later after.
40 minutes later. So whatever happened to Walter being in China? Navy, why ain't Walter in China doing some big business deal? And China's pretty far away. I wonder how he got.
Yeah.
You know, Walter is so much of a businessman that he's got a new special jet. It can get from China over to Hershey, Pennsylvania in like 38 minutes.
He must be using one of the new Star Trek transporters.
Yeah, he's such a good businessman that he's the only businessman who has a jet that fast.
The delivery team was waiting on him. So but before he
oh
came,
my God,
he tried to give them a code to access into his house.
Walter's like, all you got to do is go in there. You go up to the third door on the right, you bang on it and you say, put your clothes on and get out of your hangover. And she'll be right out. You can wait 10 minutes and she'll be right out. She'll wipe her mouth and she'll be like, I'm not drunk still from last night.
Of course, the delivery team's not going to come into your house. That's like saying, hey, I gave you a key to my house. I wasn't home and you stole something from me or something, anything.
Oh, this is a mess.
Exactly.
Yeah, the delivery, you know, they're smart. They're smart because if they would have gone in and delivered that furniture, when Betty and Molly woke up and they were like, oh, the new furniture's here. Did they come in? Did Walter give them the code to get in? Betty and Molly would have taken all that furniture to Betty's house, came back, called them and said, well, no, you know, they came in my house. They stole $5,000. The furniture's not there and I'm suing you.
They, here's the blunt. Here. So anyway,
you know, I'm glad she's smoking. She needs to calm down. She needs to relax. She needs to let this go. You know what I'm saying?
So when they got there, so Walter.
You know what I said when Molly said that Walter was in China? I said, oh, he ain't coming back. Because he told Molly all of those conspiracies you heard about China and the U.S. being at war, they're right. And Molly started to talk about how China and the U.S. are at war, right? So, of course, my thought was, yeah, that's it. Walter's been detained at the airport. They've shut down the airports due to the war with China, and China won't let him leave. He's never able to come home. I love you, Molly. You know, thanks for the good times, but China's not going to let me leave.
Finally shows up. So he opens up the door. So as these delivery guys are unloading the truck, mind you, you know when you load a truck up, you go by weight and you go by the stops.
Right.
Their stop was the first stop. So the first furniture that they had coming out.
So they're saying their stop was the first stop, right? So that would mean if the window's between 7 and 11, 7:30 or something, why wasn't Molly home? Why was she not home? This is why I think she wasn't home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go to a doctor appointment at 7.
Exactly, because when you get something delivered, and I've done this, you know, with, you know, you've done this before, PCS, right? They tell you, I want to give you a time frame between this and this. You have to be home through the entire time frame.
Yeah. Or you tell them you can't do it that day and you got to schedule a different day.
Like
yeah.
The bedroom set. When the delivery team went into their house, the rooms wasn't even cleared out for them to even get the.
Molly and Betty are too busy threatening nonsense. They didn't even clear out the rooms for the new furniture. They didn't even go get things ready for the new furniture because they were too busy doxing and threatening nonsense and rolling around. You know, this is how we roll on the ground, says Betty.
They said, yeah, Walter was in there trying to hurry up and take the fucking bed apart. And
so the delivery team is not.
No, Walter was in there hurrying up trying to take the bed apart while he was cursing at Molly for not getting it done and while he's out working. Like, you get to stay home, I buy you new furniture, and you're going to make me come here and take time off of work and take this thing apart so that you can get on the internet and threaten nonsense.
Not waiting on y'all no more. They already waited 40 minutes. Your delivery time frame was from 7 to 11. It's 11 o'clock now. So they left.
Wow. So all of that time, 7 to 11, got wasted. Just wasted.
They packed the
They should charge them another delivery fee to bring that shit.
back up into the goddamn delivery truck and they left.
Yep.
So why is Molly telling them that the furniture was in the yard or whatever the hell she said like 3 times? Navy, like, is she just crazy or what? Like, what's going on? Was she lying?
Yes.
Or was it
100%
one of those
lying.
things? Is it that memory disorder that she has?
Yeah, it must be that victimhood she's in. She's lying again, so she had a reason to go and cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
At the store.
Yep.
So all right. So I'm not able to see none of that happening. I can only read the notes what the delivery team writes on the invoice from their side.
Yeah. All you have are a few notes that are on an invoice because you're just customer service. You don't work for the delivery company.
Right.
My process is to let.
By the way, this is Queen Bee. You need to watch this. You need to watch the whole thing if you get time. If you do have time, go to Queen Bee's channel. Make sure you sub. Me and Navy like to go hang out. They invite us on. And here, when we have a day where we're chilling, Nick wants to come on our show. So we're going to see if Nick wants to come in. Maybe we can get Queen Bee to come on, and we'll see. I was talking to him before the stream in the chat, so maybe we'll get that together.
Let the customer know that I have to wait for the item.
In the MGL airport video, she says only a nightstand was on the lawn. Only a nightstand. You know what? I had this thought when I was in Discord. A couple people were telling me that the furniture's in the yard. A couple people told me that Molly said the furniture was not there. I had a feeling that Walter told them just leave the furniture on the lawn, and Molly and Betty came up with a plan to steal the furniture, pretend that it got stolen off the lawn, and get double the furniture. This thing hit me like it was Betty and Molly's plan. They're going to go take the furniture, put it in the garage, cover it up with a blanket, and then go act like they're going to act like, well, because the furniture movers left it in the yard, somebody drove by and stole it or something, right?
I mean, and the funny thing is, we've seen this with Betty before, right? With the hotel incident. She's finding some kind of reason to get the hotel that she paid for.
Yeah.
For
Betty's
free.
hotel. Yeah. Trying to get a free stay, and then when she argues with customer service, she'll go, "You've been very rude to me. I want $150 off my bill.
To return back.
If I get, then I can buy more of whatever it is that makes me act so silly."
To the warehouse. Then I will be able to see that on the invoice and call them to reschedule delivery.
And it's that easy. That's exactly what I said. They're going to take the furniture back to the warehouse, right? And when you look at the invoice and it says delivery unsuccessful or whatever it says, they schedule a new order, a new delivery. And then bam, bing, bam, it's that easy.
Which I was trying to tell them. Because, they called back.
All right, here we go. Now she's going to describe what the phone call was like. Listen to the phone call. Molly uploaded that video starting off when she was already at the customer service desk, had already angered the customer service agent, okay? And they're already fighting and they're already getting into it. She did that on purpose. She didn't want people to know what had happened leading up to Molly acting like that.
All right, I got the message that Walter called. I'm trying to get everything situated before I call him back. Before I get to call Walter back, Walter calls me.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, okay, this is the guy, I read all of the delivery notes. So I'm like, well, the delivery team said that you guys didn't have.
And see, look at how she talks. I mean, just the way she is explaining this to them. I'm used to hearing when, how when Molly tells a story or when Betty says something. Now I'm talking when they're covering a tragedy. And I'm saying they're not making any sense. They're wasting our time. They're not giving us any information. They're talking for no reason, right? Listen to the way. Yeah, and listen to the way that she talks. It is so descriptive. It is so, and her voice is a really good internet voice. Like, she could do a podcast. Like, I'm being straight up. She could do a podcast.
Of the furniture out for them to deliver any furniture in your house, and they waited 40 minutes for someone to answer the door,
which is already long enough, and we got other customers.
Thank you. The whole.
Go ahead.
Well, all I was saying is that the thing is that so she got the initial phone call, right? And she's like, I don't understand what's going on. And he was yelling at her and all this kind of stuff about what happened. Then she gets the upload from the actual movers themselves. This is what happened. This is where we were. And now she's prepared. And the thing is that she is a seasoned customer service person.
Oh, definitely.
She knows how to respond.
So,
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
They're mad. So he starts to talk about a dog and how the delivery team let the dog out, and I'm like, well, if you knew you was getting,
why didn't you put the dog up, dummy?
Delivered, why ain't the dog put up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I clearly said that.
When have we ever seen a dog anyway? When? There's never been a dog in any Molly video. Is this dog like locked in the closet? I don't ever hear a dog bark.
Like, sir, I'm going to be honest with you. You knew you was getting delivered a week before. If the room is not cleared out, the delivery team will leave.
Yeah.
So he was like, they could have waited an hour and all of that. So
they could have waited. They could have paid the wages for an hour for each of the delivery guys and the driver, and pushed back their entire day and screwed up not just one, but many people's entire work day and all the future customers throughout the whole day, right?
So
Walter, yeah. This tells me a lot about Walter.
There were other people waiting on it, and the fact that the dog got out.
If it
did, but the thing was, if the dog did get out, that is your responsibility.
I was like, sir, would you like me to help you? I can send the email out. He's like, no, you need to call the delivery team and tell them to bring my shit now. I was like, I don't have access to the delivery team.
Also, don't tell someone else what they need to do, Walter.
He was like, well, how come I was able to call? Well, then you call the number back.
Yeah.
I don't have access. I was like, what I can do is I can send this email out to the warehouse and they can get in contact with this third party, and then they're able to email me back. I'm just the first step. I'm customer service. I'm just the first step on to what you need. I'm not.
Jesus, can you imagine, man?
Like, you know what this reminds me of?
God. What?
You know what this reminds me of is like back during the thing when we had the epidemic that happened, right?
Yeah.
There were people walking into stores that had to wear, coverings and all this kind of stuff. And they would get mad at the cashiers because they had to wear these coverings. And I want to tell you one thing. They had nothing to do with the policy. They had nothing to do with anything else. And yet they got yelled at and all this kind of stuff. And this is what's happening here. This poor woman can't do a dang thing about helping you with the dang delivery. And she done told you.
Country Girl says she has a black pug dog, and she says, look, I have a black daughter, and laughs at it a lot. Kelly says, how did a delivery team that couldn't get anyone to answer the door and left let the dog out? Kelly, all these thoughts go through my head, and I just don't know.
I just don't know what's going on behind the system. So, he was like, he was like, are you Ashley? Now, mind you, I'm just trying to hurry up and help.
Hold on. Did he think he was talking to Ashley? Because it's Ashley Furniture Store?
That was the arrogance of him talking to her. As if she couldn't tell him something because, are you Ashley, like the one that owns the warehouse, right?
But really, it just makes him sound like an idiot. Like, am I talking to the Ashley? No. Because the Ashley should be able to do this for me. But yes, he's bullying her, just like Molly.
No,
Walter.
He's a bully.
Maybe Walter and Molly deserve each other.
Catch on until after I was like,
Yeah.
He was like, "Are you?"
That he was
are you
already being funny.
Right. And I was like, "No, my name is Fasha, and if I'm the office manager
Fasha.
here, and if you need me to help you, I can." He was like, "I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to the person who pays the delivery drivers."
Jesus H. Lord help me. Betty,
he
please.
darened out.
Betty, please keep exercising your choke hand, okay? Eventually you're gonna need them again. Just keep exercising those choke hand. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing, guys? What's embarrassing is that the way they behaved, they would never, ever have acted this way. Walter wouldn't have. Walter would not have. Ever. If he knew that it was going to be blasted to 1,000 people on Queen Bee's channel. Maybe Molly would have. Molly does this dumb shit all the time, right? But Walter is the type of guy I could imagine who goes around in his little business world like shaking hands and being the most professional as he possibly can. He's polite and all this, but this is how he is when he's with his wife, and this is how he is when he interacts with people at a restaurant. It's how he is when he acts. You know what I'm saying? So Walter getting this blasted out like this, that has to be embarrassing for him and Molly. Oh yeah. And then we've got Molly got called out in her comment a section, and so of course she decided that she was going to upload what happened before and of course she frames it as if the employee went off. The employee did a great job. You acted like a complete psychopath, Molly. And I don't know how. I mean, I think this is an example of this stuff getting away from Molly. I don't think she's thinking. She's not tracking. If I watched myself act like Molly did in that video, it would be the most embarrassing video that I've ever been in. I would be that. And I've done some stupid stuff online, y'all, to be funny. You know, I've had some like back and forths with people, but it would take the cake if I sat there recording somebody just to be a dick like Molly did. That's some embarrassing shit. Now, this before, we also have Ashley lawsuit. She's suing me now. Actually, I think she is. I think you uploaded this to be a little smart ass, but I think you're actually going to get sued because I think it's going to shock Fasha to find out that she's got tens of thousands of people that are willing to all give her a couple dollars so that she can take you and Walter to court and get you guys finally. I wouldn't even go civil. I would go for criminal based on the way you walked in recording her when she had asked you over and over and over not to. Now, here's the deal. After she told you not to record her and you uploaded her to YouTube, there's some laws violated. I hope that Fasha goes and gets either the authorities or whatever to contact YouTube. I hope you finally lose your channel over this. The fact that you recorded her was bad enough. Like, even if you would have kept that recording on your phone, she could have went to the police and threw a fit over the fact that you did that recording and she asked you to stop. You didn't. You kept going and you kept it on your phone. That's just wrong. It's just violating this person. You victimized this person. And the thing is, though, then you uploaded it to YouTube. Now, I want to know where Betty's copy of this is. You know Betty's got a copy of this. I guarantee you Betty recorded this whole thing. I want to see Betty's copy. But let's just real quick. This is only 2 minutes long. And let me make sure Navy can see it. Let's see real quick just what time we got here. Oh my God, it's getting late. Let's just oh my goodness, do we really have 300 and some people watching after midnight? You guys, why aren't you in bed? Why aren't I in bed? I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow.
Because they're mad. They're mad.
I can't sleep in tomorrow. I got to take the kids to school. They usually have a ride and I have to drive them tomorrow, but I'm going to go to bed after I do that. So, okay. Oh, we're all mad. And this is crazy, man, because we had the nonsense voicemail where Betty threatens nonsense on voicemail. We had then Molly and Betty trespassing with the neighbors calling the police on them and them being kicked out of the whole Dobbs neighborhood. And now we have this happening. They aren't having a good couple days.
And the thing is that they are on private property. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And it violates Pennsylvania's rule for two-party consent.
Oh, sure.
And
they're just
all
out
kind
there
of stuff.
breaking the law.
Well,
that's what they're doing.
And they should know better. Like, ignorance of the law is not an excuse for violating the law. So
okay. I got some problems here. I just hit play on this video. This is not the whole video, Molly. This is not the whole video. You didn't just start recording when you got up there. So why didn't you record you and Betty? Why don't you show the part of the recording where you and Betty walk up? And they were recording that phone call too.
Yeah, so there were some calls back and forth.
Why is this Betty? On Molly's channel, this is Betty.
Right.
Where is Molly's original recording up until she started? You are lying. She had so many people flipping out in her comment section, calling her out. Her own people with member badges. And I mean this. They're probably still there if you go look. Calling her out for how she acted, one, but how she didn't upload the whole video. How she started right then, okay? And they said, we all know that we all know something happened before you started this, right? So Molly's reaction isn't to go get the rest of her video and upload it. This seems like this is Betty, but I could be wrong, so let's listen.
With a missed delivery this morning, and I happened to be present for that delivery to the.
I happened to be present for the delivery. Oh,
you were
my God.
You were passed out. Don't lie. You were passed out. A non-customer, Karen, who wants to Karen so hard that she's a Karen witness. She's a witness Karen who witnessed a Karening, but wants to commit another Karening with her Karen friend Karening. This is Karening on top of Karening on top of Karening, guys.
And the people that were delivering the stuff had the stuff unloaded. There was a bed that needed to be broken down, which was broken down before they even left the house.
So listen to Betty. We heard Basha talk. You already had this explained to you. Why are you this dishonest constantly, but you get so pissed off when everyone calls you a liar? It sets you into a face-hugging, neck-choking spree for us to talk about how dishonest you are. But you are this dishonest. What are you doing? What is going on? Like, do you really think you're getting away with this? Do you really think people don't see through this?
There's furniture, couches, artwork, a lot of stuff that could have been put up as they were getting, because by the time they left, the bed was already torn apart.
See, do you hear her? That's not what Walter said. Walter said they could have waited another hour for him to get it already, Betty.
I witnessed.
Man, it's so easy. It is so easy with these two.
A phone call with a supervisor that was very rude.
Witnessed a phone call with a rude supervisor. You're looking at her, and she wasn't rude. She proved it. You will never convince the world that Fasha was rude to you guys for 1 second after uploading that other video. She has the control of a saint. She has the control of just a saint. I don't know what else to say. She has more self-control than any other human being. I mean, we all were rooting for her to judo kick both of you simultaneously. And she managed to not do it. Okay. Well, the fact that she didn't turn one of those manila folders into a ninja star is just amazing. Go ahead, Navy.
And one of the things that Fasha said was that when you schedule these deliveries, they're scheduled like 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is not a surprise.
I know this is what these kind of people do. Betty and Molly and Walter are a certain kind of people. That's what it is.
Unnecessary to the homeowners.
It was so unnecessary. That's a lie. Because if you felt that it was unnecessary for the way that you act, then you wouldn't act that way all the time. But you act that way 24/17.
And I'm just trying to figure out when this delivery is going to be made.
I'm just trying to figure out when the delivery's going to be made. Then why did you just say all of that other dumb, irrelevant garbage? Everything you just said is, yeah, it's irrelevant. Everything you said is irrelevant. You could have just walked up and asked that question. Everything else before it meant nothing to what time things are going to be delivered.
And what's going on?
And what's going on? Because I'm entitled and I want to speak to the manager, but I'm not a Karen.
310. We had a multitude of furniture, so if they're going to the other places to drop it off, they got to take out all my stuff first. When are they coming back? Are they coming back?
Oh my God. These two are just the most insufferable, weird, entitled. They think they're better than everybody, but they act like complete psychos.
Good morning from Chicago. My God.
I'm like so cool because I flew somewhere, and I'm going to make sure all of you know that I flew. I fly on airplanes because I'm better than you.
Oh.
Look at me. I'm in a terminal. That means I'm better than you.
We're going outside now.
I'm going outside of a terminal because I am really rich and better than you.
Okay, so finally, I heard something from good old Ashley Furniture. I have an update for you.
Why in the world are you out of breath walking 10 feet in a terminal?
But it's not an update that anyone would.
She doesn't do no cardio.
She is lying already. I already can tell just by I've been reacting to you for not even that long, and you are such a pathological liar. Such a pathological liar that I can already tell, for God's sake, by that look on your face, you're about to lie through your teeth.
Do we know where?
You're going to need some dental floss. Actually, you're not going to need any dental floss because all that lying through your teeth is going to clean the shit out of them.
My furniture is? No.
Oh, shut up. You know where your furniture is. Yes, you do. You do by now. As soon as that truck got back, if you didn't have the furniture in your yard or your house, when that truck got back to the warehouse, they didn't want to lose their job. Your furniture's in that warehouse, and you know they let you know that. You know, everyone at the office was drawing straws like whoever gets the short straw has to call the psychos and tell them that their furniture's here.
Oh, I got a little bit of an update.
Oh no, Jen just told me, oh wait. Oh God, Jen, what's coming?
From.
That's it. I'm putting her on 2 times speed. I can't do it. So we're just going to do this.
The lovely girl behind the counter. She spammed the video.
No, she was lovely. You are not lovely. She was lovely. She acted lovely, looked lovely, behaved lovely, was professional.
Video with comments at about 4 o'clock in the morning. And with a laughing emoji. And said,
why wouldn't she? You uploaded a video that she didn't want to be recorded in, violating her at work. and then violated her further by uploading it to your channel and tried to monetize the violation of this woman against the terms of service of YouTube heavily. Joey Salads had a shit ton of subscribers. I think he had millions, okay? I'm almost positive. Last time I saw his channel, it was like 200,000, but he had like millions, I'm pretty sure. And he did pranks, okay? And he got to the point where in order to keep getting really big views on his channel, he had to up and up and up the pranks until they got so crazy and so shitty and so much violating people, YouTube banned his ass, okay? An entire community of prank channels were against the rules of YouTube and banned because they went too extreme. What you did is the exact same thing as a prank. You knew. See, the prank channels try to antagonize somebody, and then they go in and there was damage caused due to them antagonizing people in the most extreme way to try to get views. You tried to antagonize this person. You caused real world harm from what happened. You got her suspended from her job. Luckily, she found our community. Luckily, people gave her a bunch of money, and I think she's going to be just fine, and we'll make sure she is just fine if she's not going to be just fine. But either way, you need to be banned. You were, the way you uploaded that video is against the YouTube terms of service. I know people that insulted Pokimane that lost a 10 million subscriber YouTube channel. He made lots of money off of his channel, lots of money. You need to lose your channel. I don't know how this is humanly freaking possible.
All right.
Oh, somebody wanted me to say something about LB. There was one thing I haven't said about LB yet, right? So I took all the vet bashing from LB, and I took the doxing from Molly, the doxing from a couple smaller channels that I won't name, and the doxing from a lobstery channel. And I sent them to Team YouTube and filed a report with YouTube and gave them all of it, right? LB says that I'm trying to ruin people's lives by taking away their jobs. Now, I don't know if LB hasn't figured this out yet. You can't be deleted if you didn't break the rules. You can't get in trouble if you didn't break the rules, right? So the point is, I can't get you deleted. I cannot do it. I could send Team YouTube your content every day and it won't get you deleted unless you broke the rules. She's pissed because unlike most people where they'll just, file a report on a video or go live and talk about it, she had vet bashed me so much for so long, lying about my veteran stuff and doxing my family, which she did. LB is a doxer, that, she's scared that I'm going to send the doxing and the other stuff she's done to Team YouTube and get her banned. So, not true. But the point is, because I hold an opinion that Molly needs to be banned for what she did to this poor woman with her career, with her job, and how she treated her and how she monetized it. The thing is, this will ruin YouTube. This is going to get, if Molly and Betty are allowed to keep doing this, YouTube is going to have to come in and do a lot of rule changes, ban a lot of channels, and you mark my words, they're going to ban, they won't just ban a couple channels, they'll ban everybody who does anything slightly like her. And they've done this a whole bunch, like when they banned the prank channels, right? You sign a contract with YouTube, not when you make your channel. Well, you do, but you sign one when you become monetized. It is a literal contract or you couldn't get paid. And in that contract, it says what you're allowed to do and not do. And it's so much stricter than the terms of service. And if you're worried that you're violating the terms of service, I'm going to tell you now, you've already violated your YouTube contract. It's just a fact. Molly is backpedaling in her airport video. Here's the airport video. Let's hear the backpedaling. She really is just as nasty. Like when she was vet bashing me, I gave her, I did not have to give LB anything. I gave her the parts of my DD-214 that showed my medals, that showed that I was deployed, that I was medevac, that I am a disabled veteran. No other veteran in the world would have done that. And I did it because I thought if I showed that to LB, she would stop vet bashing me and apologize. She didn't. So you know what I did, in case you don't know? I gave her an invite to have a Zoom call with me and representatives from the DAV. That's the Disabled American Veterans organization, of which I am a part of because I'm a disabled veteran, Iraq veteran. And she went quiet. She won't respond to my request for that Zoom call. That's beyond nasty. She knows she's wrong. And she knows if she does the Zoom call with me and the Disabled American Veterans that, number one, she's going to get scolded for vet bashing by the DAV, and she doesn't want to experience that. And number two, that she's going to have to go to her channel and correct all the vet bashing she did. Imagine that you would rather leave a bunch of fake, false vet bashing on your channel than fix it. That's the kind of person LB is.
17. All right,
that's the kind of person.
She spammed the chat and said that was the video wasn't the whole video.
It's not the whole video. In fact, that little 2-minute video you uploaded still isn't the whole video. You're trying to play tricks. So Molly is now getting pissed off because she got called out in the comments by say her name for me again. I don't want to say it wrong, Navy. Fasha. Gotcha. So Fasha went into the comments and called out Molly for uploading only a part of the video. Well, that's what everybody else did too. Everyone out there can tell you uploaded half that video because you were acting like a fool before you started to show the rest of that video.
And that we can tell, that everyone can tell because of the backgrounds.
Yeah, the whole video, you can tell. Like, are you really thinking that we're dumb? Are you going to try to tell us that was the whole video?
And the sound. Well, no, I think that everyone knows
for her is why are you
it was not edited whatsoever.
I got her on 2 times. I got her on 2 times speed. Yeah, it's really weird. And now I heard that she said, and by the way, I never believe a word that comes out of her mouth, that she went to a meetup, a Patreon meetup, right? Then I got a little bit of more information given to me, and it's spicy. You want the spicy goods? Because I got the spicy goods, y'all. So listen to this. We already know that Walter wasn't in Japan, or I'm sorry, China. We already know that Walter wasn't in China. It was a big lie. Why would somebody lie and say that their husband was in China unless you just don't want to admit that your husband moved out, right? Well, listen to this. That Patreon meetup, I'm just telling you what I was told, by the way, but that Patreon meetup wasn't really a Patreon meetup at all. Well, it kind of was. It turns out a single man, according to the rumors out there, a single man became a very Patreon-y patron with her and invited her to a Patreon meetup, a one-on-one Patreon meetup with a man who paid a lot of money. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. Got me? Listen to this. This is spicy, spicy, spicy. So if you imagined how much would it take to get Molly to go meet a dude, okay? To go get on a plane and go jet set flopping over, flapping her duck wings. That was funnier than I thought it would be. To flap her duck wings over through the terminal to go meet some random dude on who pledged a lot of money to her patron, right? Well, we at least know it's going to be a plane ticket to and from. That's some money. We at least know there's going to have to be amenities like food and stuff like that. So that's a little bit more money. And there has to be a profit. The plane ticket alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, caliente. The plane ticket alone, that's some money. Now, look, all I know is what I've been told. So I know that it was a Patreon meetup, and I know it was a one-on-one page. It was supposedly a Patreon meetup with a very generous patron. I don't know for a fact that it was with a man, but that's what I've been told. I just have a propensity to believe it. I don't know. Menace, Menace, listen. I don't care how you spend your money, but, you You shouldn't be flapping them duck wings.
There was 2 videos on my phone. I
You don't want to flap these duck wings, bro.
uploaded the first video after, and that was the less boring. Just remember, I didn't think that she was getting the person on the phone because she was a lot calmer. So I ended it. I thought it would be someone.
A lot calmer. We don't believe you. She was calm all the way up until the end. She definitely was calm with you on that phone. She was calm with you on that phone. Quit lying on her. We have her back. Quit lying on her.
Someone else. I actually thought the woman on the phone was the woman that is.
I'm telling you, if she didn't get enough money to make up for 4 paychecks, she needs to come back on our shows. She can come on this show. We'll get her some money and we can hook her up, okay? She needs to be coming on these shows for a couple days if she doesn't have enough to cover 4 paychecks from her job. That's just a fact. I'm pretty sure every time she comes on, people will hook her up, right? The people that can will. So I think she needs to keep coming on until she's got at least 4 paychecks covered.
Escorted me out. Ta-ta-ta. So the only thing that I think, is she thinks it's edited because when I used my iPhone to record it, I went like this and zoomed in.
That is the most dumbest thing I have ever heard. Editing a video doesn't happen until you're done recording, Molly. How does she think you edited a video because you zoomed in and zoomed out on her? How? You can't edit a video by zooming in and zooming out. But I think the reason you're telling this lie is because you did edit that video. And I think that's why you're making up this lie. It's to fool your viewers. You're trying to make your viewers think something weird about editing, when in reality, editing can be done at any time, even after you upload your video. You could have uploaded that video to YouTube and put it on unlisted. You could have edited the video and then made it live, because YouTube has a built-in video editor you can use.
That's why she thought it was edited. But that was not
No.
edited. She knows that.
No, and it was edited. Yes, you did.
The whole thing. But
was not the whole. You're lying. It was not the whole thing, because you started it halfway into the conversation.
her friend that was behind her had her camera on.
No, she didn't. 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 No, she didn't.
Isn't that interesting? So.
No, it's not interesting because it's not true.
In her message to me, but she was responding to Britt, she said.
So she didn't leave you a message. You just said she was responding to Britt in your comments section. That's not called leaving you a message, Molly.
Well, laughing emoji. She said, thank you for the harassment lawsuit. So.
I hope she sues your ass. She can get, you know how much money she could squeeze out of you? Do you know how much money she can squeeze out of you and Walter? I mean, I don't know if she's got a bunch of money laying around or not. She could be really good with her money, and she is a manager, so she's making some pretty good dough until you got her suspended. But you know what she should do too? She should add a racial component to the lawsuit and grab Betty's racist comments that she made and use those in court against the both of you. And she would walk out of there with some money. And we all know it. And you know it. You know it. We all know it. You know it. Because your friend who told everybody she was there as your witness. She was there representing you. She was there because she's involved, right? You can't make an argument she's not involved. You let her say all of that and you didn't correct her. And then she goes out and makes several racist comments toward this woman. I'm sorry, but yeah, she could completely own you.
Like I said in the video last night, I felt bad for her and that I didn't want her to get fired or...
Oh, really? Then why did you and Betty call corporate and get her suspended? Why did you guys do what you did? And then after you uploaded your videos, there were phone calls made from your audience to complain about her. Luckily, so many people called in that supported her, that vouched for her. And you know what they did, Molly? They told the company what you do and Betty. And they gave, I hope to God, they gave the company the video, the racist remarks Betty made. Oh my God, I hope they did. Because, you know, if that company punishes her, she's got a lawsuit against the company for not doing their research on this and a lawsuit into you. She should not let you get away with this. She definitely should sue Betty. Even though if she sues Betty, after what Burnt Toast showed about Betty today, now I know that Betty don't have no money. You know what Burnt Toast said today, Navy? Burnt Toast said that Betty has a bunch of maxed out credit cards that she uses while she goes all around the country doing this shit. You know what else?
Why she gets real mad like small star hotels. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else? Now, this is from Burnt Toast, and I'm just talking about what she said on YouTube. So, you know, go to Burnt Toast, watch her video from today. It was done at noon. But she also said that Betty has talked about how her mother is the one on her mother's name is on her YouTube account. That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to get the money to get paid and just have somebody else be put into the tax information of your YouTube channel. Right? That's why Keemstar got in trouble at one point, and he got banned a long time ago. But anyway, you have to do the proper business paperwork if you're going to have somebody else collect your YouTube money in their name, right? Well, this all is from Burnt Toast.
Well, you would figure then she's such a legal expert that she would know all this, right?
And do you know what else? Like Punk Rock Girl said. Punk Rock Girl. I love that song. She said in the chat that she's being sued by the credit card companies and has to be in court here in a certain amount of time here real soon. Betty. So Betty goes around stealing money from credit card companies, as Burnt Toast said. And then she goes and gets these credit cards in her name, and the credit cards don't know that she has the YouTube income that Betty says is her business. She said she has a media business. She's a part of the media, which means that money is her money because it's her business, because she's a businesswoman. You know, I figured it out. When Betty says she knows the law, she's not talking about lawyer law. She's talking about that street law. She's talking about that, you know, dirty, that Saul Goodman, you know what I'm talking about? That lawyer, the dirty lawyer from that movie or that show, Breaking Bad. Yeah. Saul Goodman. She knows that she knows the kind of law where you can trespass and then have the cops called on you, and you know what exactly just to lie to the cops to say so that you don't get in trouble. That's the kind. When she knows the law, she's saying she knows how to get out of trouble is what she's saying.
Or I didn't want to make a complaint or anything like that.
Bullhorn Betty got exposed and she goes to Molly. Exactly. Oh, definitely. I can't believe it. But Betty, guess what Betty did? She admitted everything on her YouTube channel. And so, do you know what the people who Betty doxed have done? They went and reported all of this to all the relevant agencies. And Burnt Toast is going to be covering all of it. You know what that means, right? That means that if Betty does have some issues that happen due to... Listen, I don't expect anybody to be perfect. People mess up all the time. They do things wrong all the time. YouTube, it's a wild west. It's a devil's playground. Nobody really knows what to do while they're here. People get messed up on shit all the time, you know. Keem has done it before. Keem has done it. Keem, you know, paid the money. He did what he had to do to make up for it and all that. Is Keem's rich AF, by the way. But Bullhorn Betty is doing the opposite. Bullhorn Betty, what is she doing with all this YouTube money? Because you'd think with all of this YouTube money, she talks about how she's doing better than all the trolls, right? She's talking about how she's so rich and well off and all this shit, right? Well, if that's true, then why do you have all these maxed out credit cards? Why are you maxing out credit cards and not being honest with them about the income you have coming in that you could be paying toward those credit cards, right? It just boggles the mind, is what it does. It boggles the mind. Because, like, if Betty would have just ran her grift without all the doxing and without all the bullshit, there is a huge possibility she could have gotten away with it.
I don't know if she got fired. And I still don't know where the furniture is. And
see, this is all a lie. You do know that she's suspended. It's all over YouTube. Everybody knows. How do all of these thousands and thousands and thousands of people know exactly what's happening, but you don't? I don't believe you because you're lying. Also, you just said you don't know where the furniture is. How? You just said she called you. You literally said that she called you guys back. That means, do you know why she called you? Because the furniture company took the furniture back to the warehouse and then called and said you got to reschedule your delivery. You're lying.
And I actually was thinking that when I woke up, because I thought about it, it kind of kept me awake.
It kept you awake. Yes, I agree that little bits of truth do slip through while you're lying. And one of the bits of truth is that it kept you awake because you were very upset over the fact that you got somebody fired and it bothered you.
Well, I also think what happened to her is that she realized how racist her friend is.
Sure. But you know what, you know what Molly could do? She could disavow her.
She could. Because not like she's a bigger channel, she's trying to what do you call it? Like kiss ass to, right?
She could disavow the Florida Strangler in a second. She could disavow the Florida Strangler in a heartbeat. Yes.
Molly, do me a favor. Disavow your racist friend. Do me a favor. Just disavow her. She is a racist through and through.
Do one of two things. Do one of two things. Disavow your racist friend or defend her. One of the two is going to happen. You are not walking the middle ground. I'm telling you. If you don't disavow her ass, we're going to hold you accountable to supporting her racist shit. Because that is literally what 100%. It means. That is what it means. Now, who's sitting in this chair? Who is sitting in this chair, guys? Who is this? Oh, it's Bullhorn Betty? Now, I want you to do me a favor. When you hear what you're about to hear, in case you weren't here earlier, does Betty get up and say, oh, hell no, I'm out of here, no way? Or does she flash what she believes is racist symbols? Listen, look.
My pillow, he's going to get 20% of the sale. Not the children to orphans of dire young ladies. Adam's going to get 20% of the money.
Do it.
Okay?
My pillow.
My pillow promo discount code when you check out.
Watch.
At Trump 2024 swag.
Trump 2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Trump.
Wait. What'd you say, Betty?
Trump 2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Right? Betty says right.
White power.
Yes.
Right?
Do it.
Hear it?
White power.
Yes.
The more I hear it, though, I think it's white power.
You hear that? I'm going to play it 3 more times because I want you to hear the only female voice in the room say something right after that man says white power. She says, right? Now listen. Ready? Here we go.
Do it.
White power.
Yes.
White power.
Yes.
White power.
Yes.
Personally, I think she's saying white. What's up, Nate?
I think she's saying, I'm getting the feeling she's saying white power, like right after him. Like, I think she's agreeing with him.
I think she's saying white, and then I think the video cuts off before she says power, but it's possible.
Yeah.
I just hear the word white.
And she disgusts me. Like, I as a person who is a conservative, and I'll put this out there, like, I know we don't talk politics on here, all this kind of stuff, that disgusts me.
I'm an independent that leans heavily into freedom and conservatism. I am against the government meddling in our affairs, and that's why people say that I'm a conservative, but I'm just an independent. I don't lean any way. There are things I agree with that are on that side. There are things on this side. I'm all about the freedom. If you want to know what I think freedom, and then ask yourself, you're typically going to get to where I think.
I think she's a sick person who is a racist.
I think she is an uber racist, yes. I think she believes that she's flashing a white power sign. And because look, she held it up the whole time. I want you to notice something. She didn't do it like, okay, and then put it down. She holds it up through this whole clip. She's got it up. She's just holding it up the whole time. Now, she doxed them. Remember when she doxed Kraken Cases? Do you remember? She doxed Kraken Cases and his wife. I call him the true crime community's Ashton Kutcher, because I swear to God, tell me that doesn't look like Ashton Kutcher sitting there. Doesn't he look like Ashton Kutcher if you look at a glance? He just looks like that dude from the 70s show. Now, she jumps on this channel, a channel whom she has doxed, him and his wife, and I want you to look at how she acts.
So wine strolling through the internet. I saw you guys on here, and I said, hey, you know what? Bullhorn Betty needs to be there too.
No problem.
Watch.
I mean, we can all have a rational adult conversation.
Absolutely.
I would like to know, though, why you believe that the way to go about all of this stuff.
I mean, why does she do it so much? Okay, if I would have just seen that one clip, I would have been, that's not enough. But when you combine these two clips, there are two things that I believe. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying,
no. Hit it.
It's not something you use normally, all right? Like I said, I use it when I dive, but it's not something I use in like normal conversation with people ever.
Yeah. No. No, not in normal conversation, not when you're hanging out with white nationalists, not when you're trying to intimidate someone you doxed. No, hell no. But there's two things I believe about this. Number one is that she is being extremely racist. Number two, I don't think that the relationship she had with all of these men was just a normal kind of friendship, if you get my drift. Just saying. All right, we got some other clips, and we're gonna have to 2x speed through these. It's getting late, guys. I got a late start. I was actually doing a lot of me and my daughter were running around all afternoon and into the evening, and we were helping family members with furniture, with laundry, with a bunch of stuff, and we went to a store or two. I got one of these things for my phone, and I heavily recommend. They're called pop sockets. They pop out so that you can hold your phone like this. And you also, when you get in the car, can set them into a little thing on your dash. It changes your phone. It completely changes your phone. If you do not have a pop socket, if you drop your phone all the time, if you just are mad at how much your cell phone falls out of your hand, you have to have one. I can literally just do anything with this. I can just swing, it will never come out of your hand. I'm not even putting pressure. It's the most awesome thing ever. And I got one for the car, and I got one for the phone. So, yeah, we were having a pretty damn good day, but it was extremely tiring and stressful. I'm trying to get through this stream, and that's why the stream isn't as put together as I wanted it to be. But we're going to do a special stream on UNIRock2, my main channel, UNIRock2 on YouTube. And by the way, this is just the number sign 2. It's also the peace sign, but it's the number sign 2, Betty. And on the UNIRock2, it's going to be the put together stream I talked about the other day, okay? And the reason I'm streaming there is because Betty was complaining about how there is a YouTuber who is streaming on a smaller channel, not on his bigger channel, and he's talking about me all the time because he's trying to dodge his bigger channel and be sneaky. Okay, well, I'm not being sneaky. I'm over here because this is my live streaming channel, but I will do you the favor of proving you wrong. I will do you the favor of proving you a liar, and I will stream on UNIRock2 an entire video about you and Molly. I think it'll be fun. I just want to make sure the peeps come and support me over there on my main channel.
Yeah, Navy. So this is her trying to blame the furniture girl? Like, I guess, like...
Hey, say Robbie, what are you doing? Hey, you big Karen. I've actually been in Tulsa since 6:30 in the morning. No, 6:30, 11:30.
You sure?
So not a lot of people are gonna even get
yeah.
a notification. So I'll just be live for like about
Be there.
an hour, I guess.
Thanks, Jen.
So I don't think I'll be live long, right? I don't need to be live long. I'm just lay down. Listen,
Thank you, Tap Tap.
not for nothing, but I just found out that well, I found out two things. I spent my 22nd birthday in Tulsa unwillingly.
Oh shit, you've already got it on 2 times speed. Thank you, Cherie. I'm sorry. I wondered why it was so fast.
I understand what you just said. I totally understand what you just said because Laura told me about that. Yeah. After punch in the, I felt last night when I was asleep, I woke up to punch a few moments ago, and they told him that there's an internal investigation into what happened because an influx of people reported that video.
G. Willikers, Batman. Could that be why you uploaded it in the first place? Every time you do this, you get your people that you've got them trained. You trained them to call to report Dre to so many different authorities. I've already proven on this channel it caused the police, the FBI, and DFS and CPS to do multiple investigations on top of the initial one into Dre after she'd already been cleared. So you've got them trained when you do this kind of shit to do exactly that. You're not shocked. You're not surprised. And you were pointing that camera at her because you were mad at her. And you knew you were going to get her suspended. But don't worry, our community has her back. Queen Bee, Nick, and Navy, they were already over streaming on Queen Bee's channel. And they had her on and got her some money into her Snapchat. And again, if she needs more help, she can reach out. So, you know, people out there want to help her if she needs it. And thank God our community had her on. I don't know how Queen Bee did it, but I am so freaking glad that Queen Bee did it. My God. Oh, Running Bear Tessa, I hope to God they sue the shit out of her. I have been in communities where YouTubers have filed false and frivolous lawsuits against other people, right? It would be the most deserved lawsuit. It would be the most easily winnable and deserved lawsuit that exists.
Oh, so I did not put the girl's name in there.
You said her name. You showed her name badge and you zoomed in on it, for God's sake.
Definitely wanted to hide her identity.
What'd you just say? You wanted to hide her identity. And that's why you pointed a fucking camera at her and then zoomed in on her name badge while she told you repeatedly she didn't want to be recorded. And then you put it on YouTube on a channel with 80-some thousand subs with her face and name visible and spoken by you in the first part of the video. I heard it myself. And that's how no wonder you keep messing up.
Can you hear me? Put a 1. She clearly, I am more fucking pissed at those delivery guys. And
No, it is not their fault. You always blame innocent people. It is your way of turning yourself into the victim and darvoing an innocent person so that they can take the heat. They can take the blame. You're the person who's in the wrong. You and Betty. No one else. Not the delivery guys. Not the customer service reps. Not the frontline workers.
I really mean that. When I think about the situation, I am more...
There are lawyers that will take Fash's case without taking money unless they win for sure. Oh, absolutely. And they'll only do 30%. It's either 30 or 35%, but it's a steal because that includes the work they do and the profit they get. So you get out of there with 60-some% anyway, and you would be paying them a big chunk no matter what you do. It's a great deal, in my opinion.
If you can't afford to pay them up front, let them have a little bit more money and just do it that way. It's not, you're not losing much. And a lot of them are very capable.
If she's only angry with the delivery folk, then why not take the number she gave you and call the number?
Why upload the video in the first place? Because she was
why
angry
stay
at
there
her.
even longer when you had to? Like, she told you the number like 5 times, Molly.
But it's all just a
At
lie.
the delivery guys.
Why?
Supposedly,
It's just her. It's her scapegoat.
you know, she wants to be known. She wants her face out there, and she wants to be known, and she wants to tell her side of the story.
No. Whoa. You put her face out there. You did. She didn't do that. You did. She did what she did because you did. Do you see? This is called Darvo. I went over it yesterday. Deny, attack, and then reverse the victim offender role. You take the victim and lie. It's called, you actually, if you look on Wikipedia, it's gaslighting to make the victim into the perpetrator. And then you take the perpetrator, Molly, and make them the victim. And narcissists do this every time. It's what Betty does. It's what Molly does, and several other people every time.
E.F. Hutton Grayson said a great comment. Why didn't she video the delivery?
There you go. Because obviously, this is all a big lie. Anita says somehow so far Molly gets out of things, and I hope it finally stops. Oh, there's a lot of people starting to start to pay attention. You notice there's more viewers watching. There's more people sharing and liking the videos. You know what I'm saying? Queen Bee had 900 and some viewers. 900. So this is blowing up.
So I like to speak that to for a second, because the thing is, like, people don't realize, like, they're like, well, why can't YouTube do something right now, right? Well, they do what they do, right? But what we do and what you're seeing happen with like Uni's channel and Queen Bee and everybody else is exposing them. They are losing viewers. They are losing Patreons. They are losing support.
Blow job,
it takes a while.
Go bully. Oh my God, the name. That's so good.
But they're losing this support because we're exposing
Molly does it,
them.
dude. This is a cycle. It's a cycle with Betty and Molly. They've done it several times, dude. I know that it was because she made fun of that one victim the first time, and now look at what she's done with Dre, and now look what she's done with getting this girl fired or getting her suspended, but still, like,
Went there to get clicks and views is her side of the story.
Whoa. To get clicks and
views. It's
views.
not her side.
To get clicks and views. Why would she, if she wanted to get clicks and views, why wouldn't she have gone on her own channel? Why would
Where
she
is
give
her video?
why would she give the clicks and views to a YouTuber that she doesn't know, she doesn't have an association with, has nothing to do with? Why? If she wanted, you're lying on her.
I will say that I want to take these pictures down, and I don't want her identity out there. Bullhorn Betty, I don't know if she accidentally doxed the girl.
Oh, bullshit.
So good. No, I'm glad. I'm glad she's saying that Betty doxed the girl. She's putting it on Betty. So she's so desperate she's trying to blame Betty. Good. But you could be blaming Betty for the blatant racism.
Or I don't know what, I didn't see it, but I just got a message saying Bullhorn Betty doxed the girl. That was the last thing that I wanted was her identity.
You doxed her. What are you talking about?
Bullshit.
It's so crazy. You both doxed her. Why do they not understand doxing? Doxing is when you're mad, it's malicious, it's angry, it's threatening, it's nasty, it's some negative, nasty thing where you share someone's identity in a negligent way or in a purposefully malicious way. That you both did that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'm just glad. No, this is great. She's worried. This proves that she's scared. She is worried. She is scared.
To be out there. I actually thought about just taking it all down.
Listen to this insanity. Listen to what she's about to say. She thought about taking it down.
And leaving it alone.
And leaving it alone because that's the right thing to do. Well, I wonder why she didn't do it.
Just because I just felt like it was a sign.
A sign from God.
That when we were uploading it, it was taking a long time, and maybe it was a sign. You know, think about this. It doesn't need to be out there. It just was something that snowballed.
No, that's just called the algorithm checking it. That's all that was.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be part of the
You don't want to be part of the problem, huh?
I don't want to be part of the
You
problem.
are the problem.
And for whatever reason, I just don't.
I don't know why. Did you come down? You're so different right now. You're talking and acting so different. You actually are forming sentences better.
I was hit with some
least.
major fucking news today.
Oh, every time. Every single time. You were hit with major news when you got exposed for the Letitia fraud raiser. You were hit with major news with when you guys got on the news and got exposed for the Simon kid protest. You were hit with major news with the lies that you shared when it came to the Idaho issue. Now you're hit with major news because of this. I stopped believing your major news. I've been hit with bullshit a long time ago.
And I'm gonna have to switch gears. So being here in Tulsa and having my sister get here and having Holly get here.
You're staying in a really nice hotel room. And you flew on a really nice flight. And you're telling me that a single one Patreon, a very generous one-man Patreon meetup, and you're dressed like that. What did you do with them? What are you doing with these patrons? Why do you do... Did you get... It seems like you got kind of buddy-buddy with this patron. Isn't that a little weird? I mean, if he gave you a bunch of money for you to keep, he gave a bunch of money to pay for your hotel, he gave a bunch of money to pay for your flight. I mean, there's a word, but I just can't think of the word.
Is kind of the perfect timing. So switching back, and I'm going to leave it up to this girl. Does she want the videos to stay up, or does she want them to come down?
I think she's going to handle that with a lawsuit. The lawsuit's going to handle that.
I'm willing to take.
You have the choice to do what you're going to do, and then the lawsuit will determine how much damage you caused, how vicious you were, how much money you owe. So, if you think you want to pay her some extra money when this is all over, just leave them up.
These videos down.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take these videos down.
Well, no, Molly, I don't think you get it. I don't think, no, please keep them up. We would love her to have an extra 20, 30 G's.
Absolutely. I'm willing to take these videos down and forget that this ever happened. Adrian.
I bet you're in the
wrong.
You is. Oh, she's wanting that to be. She's ready to forget this shit like yesterday.
My husband, Walter.
Yeah, she is, because she knows Betty's a big fucking racist.
Oh, yeah, that's just, you know how bad that's made this issue. Menace says she knows she really effed up royally this time. Dude, she effed up beyond royally. I mean,
hanging out with the fucking,
RAYRAY,
she's hanging out with the clan
RAYRAY. Straight up,
clan member.
Betty is not a member of the Scooby-Doo mystery team hanging out in the middle of the woods around a bonfire. That's not why she's wearing that outfit, dude.
It's because she has this white hood for reason.
She is indeed
Belted.
the store manager. He said, I was shocked. They said that there was an internal investigation and that they would
You
in fact,
shocked my
be
ass.
working on the
Shut
scheduling of the delivery. And my husband said, I don't know if I
All of a sudden, you're walking through the woods at night. You come upon a giant bonfire and a bunch of people wearing these white robes and hoods, right? You have no clue who are under those hoods until one of them runs at you and starts trying to grab your neck. And then you're like, before you die, you're like, oh, that's Bullhorn Betty. Will you sign my body after I'm dead?
really want a delivery. I don't know if I want that. I'm after what happened yesterday. and he's right. He said, he said, he goes, yeah, he goes, on the phone, did she give me an attitude? Yes.
You gave her an attitude. You started it.
Let me see here. If you give an attitude first, repeatedly, before the other person gives an attitude, Molly, do you consider that bad that somebody responds to your attitude with an attitude? No, that's actually called fair. You did the attitude first. You did the attitude for a long period of time on the phone. you were yelling and screaming, you and Betty, over Walter giving an attitude until she decided to respond with an attitude. She's not in the wrong. When you two did the fucking attitude first. So I'm sorry. That's just, it negates her responsibility. Like at a point, when you abuse people, at some point, if they start to yell at you, it's not their fault. I can compare it. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
It's because they're tired of putting up with your shit.
Thank you.
Because they're
tired of the abuse.
They don't have to take your abuse.
And they will raise their voice.
They are not your servants.
They're not your servants. After a while, they're going to stand up for themselves. They're going to start to raise their voice because you are stomping them down with yours. So instead of letting you stomp them down, they're going to equal you. But that's not them doing something wrong. I will liken it to this. If you were punching this person and they finally got pissed off and knocked your ass out, you're in the wrong. You can't cry because you got knocked out. How about if you are screaming in this person's ear just over and over and over? Okay, you know that Mike Tyson video that I uploaded, it ended up doing really good, right?
I loved
it. And Mike was in a airplane, and this guy was sitting behind him, and he's like, oh shit, that's Mike Tyson, that's Iron Mike. And he gets up in Mike Tyson's ear, okay? Mike did not hit him for like 5 minutes, okay? This dude sat there and bugged Mike Tyson and bugged Mike Tyson and bugged Mike Tyson. He had the best
patience ever.
Oh man, he had so much patience. I remember my reaction finally when Mike spun around and knocked his ass out, right? I was like, Mike's got a pretty good, he can tolerate some shit. Mike can tolerate some shit. And nobody looked at that video and thought that Mike was in the wrong, Molly.
He goes, is it something that I'm dwelling on? No. But he goes, am I over it? Yes. He goes, do I remember her name? No.
We don't
You know why you're over it? Because you're in trouble.
Do I remember her name? No. She's a peon. She's nothing to us royalty. We're such royalty. That's why they're delivering our furniture. We don't need to remember the peasants' names, do we? No. Nom, 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 nom.
He said that video that he saw was completely out of control, and he said that he could not believe that was the store manager.
No, he didn't.
What?
You just lied.
That's a lie.
You just lied. You just lied. You just lied. You know why? Because your tone changed. The way that your muscles in your mouth move changed. You looked down and to the left, I believe, because I think you're being mirrored, but it could be the right. I think it's the right. Left, I can't tell. I can't tell because it's being mirrored.
It's down to it's down to the left. Down to
there
the left.
Is this down? She's looking to the left? I would think she
is.
is.
When you look down to the left, you're lying. Yes.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, she looked down, and if you here, listen to her voice, okay? Now, if you listen to her voice, the entire story, right here, her lips pucker when she lies, so you'll be able to hear it.
Was completely out of control, and he said that he could not believe that was the store manager.
The manager, okay? You see how her lips kind of pucker? No one looked at that video and said, I can't believe that was the store man. They said, I can't believe that two Karens tried to do this to the store manager. And all of us, everyone said, that store manager is a saint for not jumping across that damn counter and popping you two in the mouth for the way you were acting.
Something else that happened today that I was kind of waiting for, but not right now.
Did you get the lawsuit yet? Did her lawyer call you?
Today.
Yeah.
I wish it came like Monday. Yeah, she the store manager. Adrian was like, what?
No, Adrian didn't. Not if he saw your video. No, he didn't. He didn't.
God,
and if if Adrian did, then he does deserve to be with you forever. And it would be his own form of personal hell.
That's what. Well, on the phone, she said, I am the supervisor. She said that to us because he's like,
I would imagine she did. What the hell's wrong with her saying that? You are such a despicable human being. You think you're better than everybody. You can just see it oozing out of you. You are the epitome of, I think I'm better than you.
Supervisor. I'll say, hey, welcome to Salska. Oh, thank you. And everybody's talking about customer service, blah, 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 blah.
Listen,
She's
I
so
didn't go there with
scared.
Don't give a fuck
Oh, she's
about her
nervous.
job.
I mean, she is so like she's lying about things so
She did the
hard.
nervous
like, you can
laugh.
watch her
She
lie.
did the nervous.
Yeah.
Yep, she did the nervous.
Bro,
She did it.
bro,
Listen,
she
I-
knows. She knows that not only did she fuck up, but the fact that she didn't say anything to Bullhorn Betty makes her
Because of purposes, she's
complicit
probably
in
still
some
working there.
racist shit.
And
Oh, yeah.
you know, I think if she had a bad day, I don't know. I'm
She she had a bad day coming into
Because of
contact
you.
with you two. Like what? Yeah, her day was going great. It seemed up until you two came in, and then you know, you two are the delivery people of bad days.
fine with her still working there. I think that she should have her.
You're fine. Then why did you report her to corporate? You and Betty. Are you going to try to say that you didn't know that Betty reported her to corporate and demanded that she be fired? You tried to say she was going to sue him and shit? You're going to say that you didn't help Betty do that? So who was the other woman that reported her to corporate with Betty?
Her job. I don't think that she should get fired.
Yeah, you'll tell your audience this because you want to
Bullshit.
look. I'm going to try. I know after I get this girl fired, I'm going to go pretend as if I don't want her fired. That'll really tell my audience that I'm a good person.
I think that she is. I think that she's fine. I think she's right where she needs to be, and I think that her friend.
You see how this condescending she is? She's a manager. She makes good money. She's making her money the honest way. You do realize the way you make your money is not the honest way, or are you just out of your mind? Someone that works as a manager or a delivery man or in the front or wherever in that entire store is 1,000 times the person that you are. They work a hard job, repetitious. Their back hurts, their feet hurt, right? They got to go home, they got to go to bed. You know what they do the next damn day? They got to go sit down in that fucking chair again. You know how I know? Because I did it. I did it, unlike you. I've done it my whole life, okay? And they're good people. You know why they don't act better than everybody? Because they know that everybody isn't better than everybody. The only thing that makes you think you're better than everybody is because you're a spoiled Karen. You are spoiled. People have given it to you your whole life, and it's why you think you're better. Everyone else that has to earn it knows the value of it.
And there was nice and comfy with her fucking blanket and shit.
Oh my God, it's so condescending.
She
It's
was
so
her
condescending,
sister.
Davey. Oh my God.
So the woman sitting behind her was her sister, and she sat down with the blanket to keep herself from getting agitated at what you were saying to her sister.
Oh, dude. I would have loved to seen those two just fucking beat the bricks off some
And
Karens.
that, when I was on the panel tonight, that's what she said. She's like, that's my literal sister. The only reason she was behind there was because she was getting agitated, and she sat down to defend me. And she
You
took the
see,
blanket to like cover herself to
those
keep
two
herself from getting
they're
up.
protecting each other. Those two use their hands to protect each other, right? Betty uses her hands to choke people. There's a big difference.
I mean, you fucking got some cocoa back there. I don't know. But one thing that
They are lucky.
I'm gonna.
Oh, they're so lucky, dude. I love
They're
the
lucky
term
it
beat
wasn't-
the bricks off someone, right? That would have
Oh,
just
man.
been the fucking because like we came so close to seeing these two just get walloped, bro. Like just get their shit handed right to them.
Their
Okay,
asses handed to them, and it would have been handed to them in a heartbeat.
Oh fuck! Betty would have cried and ran. Betty did. She peed her pants. Betty got triple owned and then walked out like a puppy dog. She was like, her head was down and she was walking away. And when she rounded the corner at Molly, Betty was just hustling out that door. Now see, the sister was
She didn't
sitting there
hold the door
backing
open.
her sister up. Oh, I know. Yeah.
They didn't even hold the door open for Molly to come out.
Betty had to ask Molly how you clean the scared pee-pee out of your jeans, because out of your only pair of jeans.
I
don't
really
understand how you get these skid marks out.
get was the comments about Ashley Furniture. You know, the poking at it, you know. I think they have, I don't know why everybody has such a lame opinion about it. I happen to think that they have cute stuff. I'm sorry.
What?
God.
You're the one buying their damn furniture.
And the thing is,
who has a lame opinion? The only person that had a lame opinion was Bullhorn Betty, and that was after this happened. Before it happened, Bullhorn Betty was loving that furniture. Betty couldn't wait for that furniture. She was mad that that furniture wasn't there earlier.
She couldn't wait for that furniture. She was ready for that furniture to be there.
You know, you can't really blame Betty. It's like a thing that all racists hate Ashley furniture. It's just a thing out there.
that couch that I took.
I think what happened
Everybody
was
knows
that
this.
they assumed, right? She heard her voice on the phone, was like, oh, it must be something I can attack against because I'm a racist. You know what, Molly? I want to tell you one thing. You're a racist too. Sorry. I want to tell you, you're racist.
I don't know how she's not talking about this. Let's get to that because it's getting late. It's getting late, and I got to take the kids to school. I don't know why I'm. They usually
I need to go to bed too. I know it's late for me too, but you know I'm sorry. But here's the thing: like I grew up in the South.
No bus tomorrow.
I grew up in the South. I'm a conservative. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now: those two are some of the most racist fucks I've seen in my entire life.
Well, you see, that was like I really felt that when they were treating her the way they were, that there was this just overly like condescending thing that I did feel like they were being racist, okay? But I didn't want to say anything at first, and then I saw these clips. Well, that's my thing. I saw these clips and it confirmed it. Now I don't know where it is, and this is an 8-minute video. But I've been told that it's in this video. This is it, and let's see what's there, and let's see what. Now I haven't seen this one or heard about this one. Okay, so we're gonna. Where's my fucking volume control? Volume control. Volume control. Oh, it's the shitty volume control. Fuck. There we go.
White people. So whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there because you're gonna have problems the rest of your.
Oh my God! I found it immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately the RAYRAY comes out, bro. Like I said, dude.
Telling you.
If you go hiking at night and you see a bonfire, you better put on a fucking neck brace. Because Bullhorn Betty's going to be under one of those hoods. Okay, let's listen here.
You're not only that, but you clearly don't like white people. So whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there.
Oh my God.
Well, I told you. I told you said this.
Bro. I mean, listen. There's another level to this speech from Betty. Because I'd never seen this clip until tonight. Okay? I've never seen this clip until tonight, right? So, like, I didn't really know about the racist side of Betty. This clip adds a completely different context to this other clip real quick. And if anyone wasn't in here, I want to play it for them so that they don't think we're just attacking Betty. We're not. Look.
Trigger warning.
Do it.
Trigger
My
warning
Pillow.
on
My Pillow promo discount code when you check out. At Trump 2024.
Thank you, Janie. I'll grab it.
2024.
Let's do it.
White power.
Yes.
Trump.
I swear, dude, Betty said it. Betty fucking said it.
White power. Yeah, I the more I listen to it, the more I think she's saying white power. And you know what? You know, I like I said, like as a Southerner and a conservative, it disgusts me to hear this shit.
Shit. Is it on? You got to put it in the bottom of general, Janie. It won't let me open links from the chat. It always messes up. But I think it's on Menace's channel.
Swear to God, like this is the shit that I fight against every day.
I think it's on his channel.
It is just like, you know, this is fucking racist bullshit. And she is, she's just a racist. Sorry. Like, I can't.
Was it a short?
Janie threw out, Janie threw out a short. Yeah.
There's only one short on Menace's channel. Yeah, there's only one short on Menace's channel that I see.
I think it was on Janie's channel. Janie threw out the short on Janie's channel.
Menace
dropped it at the bottom of general. Oh, thank you. Menace in the Hood. If any place this was okay.
Yes, chaos
Right
artists. Yeah,
Tell
it
you that.
pisses me
You'll
off
be in
too.
jail
'Cause
if you
I'm
haven't
getting
already
goddamn
been.
tired.
I think this is it right here. I think this is it right here. Oh my god, it's everywhere, dude. Betty's racist shit is exploding in the community right now.
Good,
Because that
good,
attitude
because she's a
and that
she needs to be
violence
dealt with
and that failure
as
to
far
be
as
able
like
to
YouTube and
properly
everything else, because she is a fucking racist.
Okay, look. I'm playing it. Here we go. The lazy, unemployed Bullhorn Betty will be following and monitoring Ashley, the store employee. She is going to follow and track, dox, and harass this person. More than likely, her race has a lot to do with how dedicated Betty is.
if you haven't already been, because that attitude and that violence and that failure to be able to properly maintain your anger management.
Your anger. See, she's been watching my damn show. Betty, you've been watching my show because I've been giving you shit about anger management. It's been a few of my suggestions. It's been a few of my. I think so too, Menace. I like it. I like the projectors. I love it, dude. I'm gonna do some stuff with it, bro. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I love the projector is amazing. That's awesome. Thanks, Jamie.
I need to center it. I'm gonna get it to where it's right behind me, and so that it'll be squared up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wonder how many people on her binder are black.
We've already seen her big black binder of her cyber stalking. Yeah, and I wonder too now. I'm starting to think I'm thinking that binder was put together in the middle of the woods with a burning cross and a bonfire. Okay, I'm done with the joke. But I'm being serious.
You need help.
But there was a white hood.
With that. Fascia, whatever your name is, you need help.
No, she doesn't. What are you talking about?
You
what?
need help.
You're the Florida Strangler. She doesn't need help.
Okay.
You're the one leaving voicemails threatening people.
When you're not only that.
Do you know how many people in the community are supporting her? You two are going up against an army of support.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay, say it quick. I'm trying to get out of here.
If you're going to support Betty right now, you're racist.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Anyone.
Racist.
I don't care if it's Dottie. I don't care if it's JLR. I don't care who the fuck is LB. I don't give a shit. They want to call me out for lies and bullshit, right? If they can't call this out, they're fucking exposed just on the bottom line.
You clearly don't like white people. So whatever.
You'd have to watch Burnt Toast stream, country girl, to really understand it. Burnt Toast put it out. I have to watch Burnt Toast stream too.
Whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there.
Wow. This needs to go to corporate. Also, this needs to go to where the fuck is it? Also, this video of Betty with the white power video needs to go to corporate. This needs to go to corporate so that they know why and what happened with her. They need to know that it's not just a fucking factor of a delivery. This was them in trying to incite anger out of her so that they could Karen her out of her job. And I can't believe they got her suspended. Listen to that. They didn't even wait a day to go on a racist rant. They didn't even wait a day. This literally all just came out.
Because you're going to have problems the rest of your life with that kind of attitude.
Why? Because white people want power?
Monitor.
Is that what it is?
I hope.
Bullhorn Betty?
Hold on. I want them to hear this because I think she just said followed or monitored, but listen to her here. Wait, is there there's a closed caption. Hold on.
People. So whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there. Because
why would anyone go anywhere and then say, if people are a certain color aren't there, I'm not going to go? Nobody does that, Betty, other than pure hard racists.
You're going to have problems the rest of your life with that kind of attitude.
Because
how do you tell people?
I'll be following, monitoring.
I'll be following and monitoring.
I hope you don't post where you're going to be working, because every single place that
I hope you don't post where you're going to be working.
I find out you're working.
Every single place I find out you're working, that video will be sent to them. Oh my cyber stock. You just said,
bro.
You just said, you, Betty, said that when you go and follow people and monitor people digitally, it's cyber stalking. And you said it's illegal, but you said it's not illegal to cyber stalk and choke them in real life. But you said that if you choke them or cyber stalk them online, that it's illegal. You said that, not me. Okay, fine. The choking part, that's what Betty said, not me. But anyway.
You know what you're saying right now? It's okay to cyber stalk who aren't white. That's what she's admitting here.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. She just said that she's gonna fucking follow her to every single job she has in the future. This is not me, this needs to go to YouTube. My Jesus Christ in heaven, bro. And she said that she is going to fucking send, and we know those videos are going to be edited and chopped up, right? Because we already know that Molly uploaded edited, chopped up bullshit to her channel to try to frame people against her. And we know she's going to send some edited, chopped up shit to try and ruin her life. Every time you ruin her life, this community is going to fucking donate to her. Every time. Every time, Betty. Every time. We will donate to her every fucking time.
Bullhorn Betty attacked this woman because she was black. I'm down. Yeah, 100%.
Bullhorn Betty, after she did this video, there's no doubt at some point in the middle of the night was in the woods around a burning cross, 3 of them, and a big bonfire. And there's a giant owl, and she's going around in this fucking like white hood and this thing on, and she's doing this ritual dance and shit, casting magic spells and shit. She's a witch. She's a RAYRAY witch.
She's a grand dragon.
Believe that.
Oh my God. Betty, I know, Kelly, I want that clip so bad that Betty said that only white people can be Karens, so that Karens is a racial slur. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not.
Your hair does not have to be blonde, and you do not have to be white. That's just what racists say. It's just a general hairstyle that goes like this, and it's about
it's not even the hairstyle.
Well, it's just that's the meme. But it's about, you can be a Karen if you're a man, but it's about people that want to talk to the manager generally for inappropriate or when they blow it out of proportion. That's what a Karen is. You do not understand memes. You do not understand the memes. Hey, Betty, you should have never brought up race again after you went and sat with these dudes, these nationalists, and supported them, sat with them, and you most likely did the bouncy dance with one of them. You most likely bumped some uglies with them.
them saying the worst
as soon as,
thing
dude,
ever.
I bet you money that as soon as she heard this dude say white power, she was like, where's the hotel? We're going to bump some uglies.
Yep, because she got turned on by the term white power. You know what she did? You know, she got turned on by it. She got turned on by the term white power.
That's true, Janie. Walter is a Karen demanding the manager who pays the delivery people. I'm just shocked, bro. Like, this isn't... I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe I haven't seen this clip before today. This one. I can't... When was this uploaded? 2 weeks ago. Also, I can't believe that this happened involving them targeting her, and then I can't believe that that Betty goes out and makes it about race. But then the part of it that's extreme is that she is vowing to ruin her life and cyberstalk her and try to get her fired from jobs. And Betty's mantra for this is that she's going to, if the job involves her being around white people, she's going to get her fired. That is what just came out of her mouth. I just listened to it.
Yes. No, 100%.
Like I'm not exaggerating. I'm not adding, I'm not taking anything away. I'm not exaggerating. This is literally what Betty just said. Betty has devolved to where her true self has come out. And every time it happens, bro, every time we cover this shit, right? When we come in, we bring in, and I'm not saying it's just us. I'm just saying when communities get, and it gets bigger and it gets bigger and it hits a crisis point for these kind of people, where they cannot take criticism from burnt toast. They can't take criticism from heels in the air or from the people that are around. And then when more and more creators come in, it hits a crisis point of criticism, and it drives them so fucking crazy that they're mad. They go, it's like you get mad hooves on the ground disease. They get mad cow disease, and
mad raisins
literally
on the ground.
And I'm being serious though, because it's like this for people that run fraud raisers. It's like this for people it's for people that get exposed online, because it's when they've been trying so long to build a monetary system that will feed them money for the fake work. They create the illusion that they're doing work, and then they create a system through that fakeness, that illusion, that will pay them money so that they don't have to work anymore. Then, due to them, usually when their money starts to tick down, they get criticized. They confuse the reason. Hold on. They confuse the reason the money's ticking down, right? They think that the money's ticking down because of the increased criticism. That's only true to a small degree. Typically, they get so consumed with doxing and fighting and watching the criticism, they get angry, they get mad, and it creates a compound issue where that takes away from their content while at the same time they're being criticized. And because that drives down the money more, that causes them to hit a madness where they can't keep track of it, and that's when their real self comes out and they become exposed. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that no, I get you. And what pisses me off about this, what makes me angry, is that they go out there and they pretend to care about people like Marvon, right? Or any of the other children that are out there who are, are black kids or Hispanic or whatever, and she pretends to care about these kids, and then you see this stuff where she's a blatant fucking racist. She doesn't care about anyone.
But Betty dodged. Remember, Betty dodged the Marvon story.
I wonder why. But they were out there in Georgia with fucking.
Well, I know. But Betty, I couldn't figure out why Betty dodged the Marvon McRae story.
Now we know.
She's in every story that Molly is involved in, helping her exploit it, like every time, dude. And one of the biggest ones was Letitia sitting next to Molly and Marvon.
Yes.
And you know what? That's probably what it was, because when she's down there and she's doing the Quentin Simon thing, there's no interaction with other people of different colors.
That's
right.
Goddamn, brother, you hit it on the head. There's no interaction. She doesn't have to interact with people that she thinks are lesser than her. Right, lesser than her.
So she don't mind playing it out for the murder victim.
God, she's a fucking racist.
When it comes to interaction with other people, she draws the line, right? Anyway, okay, I'm not trying to rush us to be a dick. It's because we got 12 minutes till 2 a.m. and I've got to be up in 4 hours to make sure that my kid takes a shower before school, and then I have to go. I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to get up, and then I'm going to go back to bed after I run him to school. So that way I can get up and actually get some content ready for you guys. So woo! Wow! Wowie zowie.
Bro,
please make sure. Oh, I know, bro. It's been a hell of a stream. Even though I was too exhausted to do this stream and really be comedic, it still hit. We still hit. We had some great jokes tonight. And I still need to take that 4-hour stream that was like 4 or 5 hours of complete comedy. I'm going to clip the living shit out. I'm going to clip every joke out of it and upload shorts of all those jokes so people can see them that didn't watch the stream. All right, Navy, man.
You've got to do the Power Rangers thing. If you don't, I want to hate you.
Oh, I'm doing the Power Rangers. I'm doing all, bro. I mean, it was just constant. I went through and skipped through that stream. It's just constant jokes. All right, bro. I'll see you tomorrow. Try to get some sleep, Navy. You got work.
Yeah, no, I gotta go to work. Thanks, Boba.
All right, man. Later. Woo! Betty, listen to me. I know you watch me. I know you do. Because you're the type of person that everything you do is based on emulation. So I can see when you start to emulate parts of what I'm saying, the ideas that I put out, you will repeat them in a very limited way, and I can tell. And I don't care. I'm not mad. Listen, I hate the way you are. No joke. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel if you change. Because if you don't change now, you're never going to. You are too far out. You are too, man, this thing is so awesome, this light. You are too far gone. You're getting older and you have to fucking do something. You can't keep doing this. You got to stop hating people. And the idea is this. No one ever taught you this. I'm going to teach you this. When you judge somebody else, you judge them for the choices they make. Things that are out of their control that they didn't choose to do. If you judge them for that, you're being a bad person. It's an injustice. It's a fact. It is a fact. It's the easiest way I can communicate it to your hateful, racist mind. When somebody can't pick it, when they can't choose it, when it's just not an option, they don't have intent to act on it, you can't judge them for it without you creating an injustice, without you doing something wrong. And this is what people like Betty lack in their life. Because I don't know when or I don't know how, but at some point they were either taught or shown that you actually judge people based on how they look. You judge people based on things that are out of their control in some form or fashion. Right? And it's the definition of hate and being hateful. And those types of people do that because they tell a lie. And believe that the lies they tell about reality can become a form of reality. If you lie and everybody else believes you, then it's real. It's not real no matter if a person believes you or not. Right? And if you're exploiting tragedies and then we find out there's a bunch of videos of you being extremely racist all out there like we just found, you're never, ever going to make the argument that you're exploiting those tragedies for good or that you're, trying to get justice or help. The truth just explodiated into the community. You should do an apology video. That apology video should be followed by you. If it were me, I would be admitting myself to get mental help inside of a rehabilitation center for anger, for substance, for many, many things, but also for the hatred that you have for other people based on their skin color and their looks. You can rehabilitate yourself. You can fix yourself. Because that's not, don't fool yourself into thinking that it's our country is why you feel the way you do, right? Oh, it's our country that makes me feel that way. I've served in the military. I deployed to war. I was medically evacuated out for being injured, right? And I know I've experienced it, and everyone was there. All callers, all people, all different walks of life gave their life so that we have the freedom of speech that you are using to hate others. That's freedom of speech. She has that option. Never tell me, Betty, never think you're going to tell me that I don't have the option to speak against you because I earned it. See you tomorrow.
Try
right. Hear me out. If you're walking in the middle of the woods at night, right, and you see this light ahead of you through the trees, and you're like, okay, I gotta investigate. I'm curious, bro. And you go peek through a bush, and you see these people dancing around, like doing the duckwing dance, right? And they're all dancing duckwing around this fire, right? And you're like, oh my God, who are these strange people dancing around this burning bonfire at night? Oh, wow. And then you accidentally slip and your knee goes down and it cracks. Your knee goes down and it cracks a freaking stick, and then one of them looks over real fast and starts running at you like a freaking predator in the night, and you're like, oh my God, and you fall backwards and you're pushing yourself back and then they grab your neck, and then you look up and you grab the hood off of their face, and what do you see when you grab the hood off of their face? What do you see? Shit. Sorry, I tried to zoom in before I did that. It would have worked really good. There it is. What do you see when you pull this? You pull the hood off of their face right as soon as you're losing consciousness. What do you see is the last moments of your life?